layers on top of it, like aluminium foil.
Yeah.
It helps it, but it does stop, I would say, like 70% of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I find I sleep better when I'm inside it. The only
Hello?
of the back. Yeah, if you search EMF shield, EMF canopy, the silver nylon.
Right, the reflective ones,
Yeah. They reflect it away.
Right.
But it's
So, some out.
huh?
Well, Knight, can you do me a favor and repeat what you said last? I think these motherfuckers are into the audio configurations within OBS.
Yeah, they don't want people knowing about this because it'll protect you. It'll protect you from their weapons. So
exactly.
Yeah, for those that don't know, it's EMF shield. You want silver coated fibers, and I think a lot of it's one company that sells it called Block Silver. But if you search online, EMF canopy, EMF proof canopy, you can get them to go over your bed, so when you're sleeping, they can't hit you with the weapons. Well, they can, but it takes it away a lot. You know, you can reinforce it with your own like improvised shielding on top. That's what I've had to do, but it does help a lot with the. The sound that people are electrosensitive to like mobile phones and stuff.
Right.
But they do help a lot with the directed energy attacks from them.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I have no doubt. Like, and when you look at NASA and how they do their shielding, there's always that metallic, the shield cell that reflects that, the bad UV, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, and they all use that metallic blanket. You know what I'm saying? Because radiation, it penetrates the space station. So they sleep using that stuff because it helps to block out those EMF waves. But I was thinking, man, I was thinking about the thing about with all these New York cops, man, committing suicide. I wonder if somebody is doing that same shit to them too.
Exactly. I thought about that, Neil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I brought it up because we had spoken on that, and we had like 3 separate articles that was dealing with that, man. One was the correctional officers committing suicide, and then police officers up 24% from last year.
Right.
Close to 200 police officers that committed suicide. Put it like this: law enforcement, correctional officers included. And I had done a call where the brother had read like those 3 articles and shit. They were relatively short. You can find it in my last call. It was in the description. You'll see everything there. We spoke on that, and I thought I had my my inclinations. I had my suspicions too, man. Just like you, I thought, yo, man, could it be that they're being hit with that shit also? Because they're not exempt from the mind control technology.
No, they're not. And another thing is, when you look at, like I said, subversion. You know what I'm saying? Subversion attacks everyone in the society, not just regular people, because the whole thing is to get that society to implode on itself, right? To get everyone in that society to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just us, but the cops. And so they're creating that environment. But, the issue is with police officers and law enforcement is that they don't take the time to study the technology or to even accept that the technology exists, right? When, in fact, they have technology at their disposal, right? Like the Stingray and all that kind of shit, right? That'll steal people's phone number and listen in on their calls and all that. So right? And also they're testing these crowd control, weapons. So they know that the technology exists, right? And yet they refuse to even mention the possibility that they're being targeted, by a group of people using that same technology on them, in a much potent form, right? And that's the problem, is that they stay silent about it because they don't want to think, okay, all cops are crazy. But that's the whole thing. They want to make cops crazy, right? So that a lot of cops can either commit suicide or be unfit to patrol the streets, leaving less cops out there, you know what I'm saying? And our safety becomes in jeopardy. And people don't realize that. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of the bullshit that cops do, but like you said, they're not exempt from the technology.
Well, and not only that, if they're operating the technology, they could be being given cancer by it.
Yeah, of course. Too much exposure.
About that woman who got cancer, who you felt like she was using the technology on you.
Huh?
God, I'll hear you there.
Yeah, I'm here. What?
Yeah, man. Tell me about that woman who got cancer, who felt like she was using the technology on you.
You're talking about the one that was in the bathroom next to my room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, man, basically what happened was, this was back in 2016, I believe, when they were coming out over. I was already a year or maybe 8 months into the targeting where they came out over on me.
Right.
This one chick that was visiting my neighbor next door, she was covered in tattoos. And the walls are very thin. It's a wall that separates the bathroom from their apartment to my wall in the room. My room.
Right.
So you could pretty much hear everything if they're in the bathroom, shit like that. As well as vice versa. If you're in my office and then people are talking and shit like that, you can hear everything. So I overheard her in the bathroom saying out loud, "Come on, feel better. Come on. And try to make me, I guess, feel happy and shit like that. She was testing out some technology on her phone. If it wasn't her phone with the software already in it, it was some other gadget that she may have had. From what I understood, she was ex-military. She was a medic, military. So I'm pretty sure they have access to this sort of technology. And I was feeling waves, kind of sonic type of waves hitting my brain.
Right.
And it was coming from that direction. And I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And she had cancer, from what I understood, because I overheard certain conversations, and I was like, damn, that chick got cancer. You know what I mean? And she really did have it. So who knows? Maybe it's because of that. It could be because of the use of that technology, and that's part of the karma that they will have to deal with after the fact. Because you got to keep in mind this too, y'all. I don't know if probably Night of Thunder won't know, and maybe Nappy probably won't know about this, or maybe he'll get a refresher of thought. But I know, Neil, you probably remember when there was a point in time when the cops, especially highway cops, would be parked behind a billboard or something waiting for speeders, and they would have this radar gun. Right. And the radar gun, they pointed at the car that's speeding, and these people would have it placed on their laps. And that particular department ended up having people catching cancer, maybe a year or two later. They were catching cancer, weird strands of cancer within that region, in their hips, pelvic region, thighs and shit like that. They were like, yo, what the fuck? Right. And it's from the emittance of that particular technology. The radar has some sort of radiation that it emits. Right. And I'm going to say something else. There's a precinct that's nearby me here, where I live, where I reside. You know what I'm saying? It's a precinct that has been known to have had, I'm talking about too much of a large group of officers all catch cancer within this precinct in a certain year. If you were to Google it, I'm sure that y'all would find something on it. It's the 24th precinct. You just type in the 24th precinct in Manhattan, and you just type in cancer, policemen catching cancer, an astounding amount, too many of them. There has to be a connection with that stuff, man. I may not know exactly exactly what it is. Like none of us, we're not going to be able to probably zero in on what exactly it is. But I think we're very close.
Yeah, I mean, you know, America is being subverted. You know, there are people inside this country that wants to see the country going another way, right? And they're being assisted probably by foreign nations, right? And I'm not going to say which foreign nations, but, you know, we see what's happening with Russiagate. We see what's happening, you know, with China and their global takeover of industry in places like Africa, the Caribbean, you know, certain places where America, the West, American and European countries have basically pillaged, right? So they're making their way into these countries, right? But at the same time, they have the mentality of the Western people's idea of black people, right? Even though they're helping, a lot of Chinese workers are disrespecting African people in their own country, calling them monkeys and all this kind of shit, right? It is real, right? There's plenty of video of that. One guy in the interview where he captured his boss, his manager, on video, right? Saying he hates black people. He hates being in that country. He doesn't want to associate with monkeys, right? So the Chinese people, when they go over there to work and all that stuff, they stay in their own community. They don't venture out to, you know, to socialize with the native people of that country. And they feel like they're above them. They're better than them, right? Because, of course, you know, they control the manufacturing, you know, industry in those countries. And it's setting a very dangerous precedent, right? Because then they'll be the one, right, to quickly agree to target those people, experiment, you know, to use microwave weapons on them, right? So this is a big concern, especially for black people throughout the world. Yeah, man. I see where it's going, man, and it's scary because they are developing, like I said, the European, the Caucasian mindset of you know, of racism. You know, racism is psychologically embedded in Caucasian people's minds, right? Because there was no racism is a European construct, right? It is a European construct. And everywhere else throughout the world that Europe has colonized or had great influence, okay, they are adopting the narrative about black people, you know, into their own culture, their own mindset. Yeah.
Speak up, Jay.
I remember Nigel saying that Arabs and black people, not specifically white people, but things that right. Even Indian people, you know, Indian people don't consider themselves to be black. They'll tell you that they're Caucasian, and you want to know why? The only reason they give, because they want to be associated with the Caucasian race, is because their hair texture. They could be dark as fuck, B, but if their hair texture is straight or like a curly, you know, straightness,
They'll tell you, I'm not black. I'm Caucasian, right? And that's because of European colonialism, specifically in Great Britain.
Bullshit. Like Caucasus.
Yeah, but look, you look at Pakistan and India. Pakistanis don't consider themselves Caucasians, and they're the same people as Indians, right? Tibetans don't consider themselves as Caucasian, and they're the same people as Indian people, right? People from Nepal and those places, they're the same people as Indian people, but they don't consider themselves Caucasian, right? It's because of the direct colonial influence and the power structure and the education to convert Indians, right, into Christians. That's what fucked up their whole mindset.
More Arabic.
Yeah, but they're black people. You can look at the nature, right, of their skin color in terms of how race classification is, right? They're black people. Because white people will tell you it don't matter. White will tell you it don't matter if your hair is straight, your skin color is dark, you're black.
Yeah, I mean that's
Exactly. Like I said, yeah, racism is right. Racism is a European construct, and in the beginning of that racism or race, right, wasn't even supposed to be about the nature of a person's skin. It was more about the different types of people, right? You could have white and black people in a community, right? And they'll say, okay, they can call themselves the Jaffa people, right? They will be considered called the Jaffa race. Everyone included in there, whether they're white, black, Chinese, if you're part of that community, you're that people, right? And later on, a few people said, now we need to separate the races not by the people associated with a community or a clan, but by the color of their skin and including the physical features of said people.
Well, this is a very interesting topic, man. We got to definitely continue talking about this, man. But first and foremost, pardon me with this, man, but I got to get this on the record, man, before I forget, man. You know, we were recapping what we were talking about earlier, that they deleted the file off of the computer, so I can't gather that information back. Yeah. So if you don't mind, brother, let's just recap what Night of Thunder and Nappy and myself had said before you had called in. You didn't know about that because you called in, afterwards. So basically what we're recapping is the whole thing with the targeting that's been going on with Night and the directed energy weapon attacks he's been receiving. You're right. Whenever you're ready, man, I just want to make sure we get that on the record before they try to do anything else.
Yeah, so basically they've been weapons, pains and heart rate. My ears have also been ringed.
Yo, it's not picking you up. It's not picking you up. Hmm?
What,
Yeah, you're not speaking loud enough.
Not speaking as loud as I was before.
There you go.
Yeah, they've been hitting me kind of weapon that's been making my stomach hurt, my chest hurt, and my heart rate. Ears have been ringing like crazy as well the last 2 days. So that's a direct symptom of microwave exposure.
Yeah, that's called tinnitus.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was speaking before about how I found an article from BT, which is British Telecom, who they they put up a lot of mobile phone masts and Wi-Fi. You know, they have Wi-Fi services and stuff. And one of their articles they had on their page was about tinnitus. It's like these people, they know that their technology causes the ringing in the ears, you know, the microwave exposure, but they had an article basically saying, oh, tinnitus is caused by, you know, loud sounds and stuff like this, but nowhere in that article did it mention that Wi-Fi or microwave exposures can cause you know, the fact that the telecommunications provider has that on their website, just randomly talking about tinnitus, they know that technology causes those symptoms, so they just want to mislead people that stumble across it. They're like, oh no, it's not the Wi-Fi, it's not my mobile phone.
Right. Yeah, because it's the same, like when you watch like those war movies and you hear like the bomb go off, and it's the same ringing. They have the sound like down pat, right? It's the same sound you hear in your ear, right? So obviously, if you and I or NETI is not in a war conflict zone with bombs and stuff going on, why are we hearing the same sound? And that's because it's associated, right?
Yeah, like that. It's very faint, but I can hear it.
Yeah.
It's definitely, you know, the electromagnetic weapons and the Wi-Fi and all that.
Right.
Or whatever they're using. But, of course, they don't want people to know that, so they just say, oh, it's some mysterious ailment that no one knows what's going on.
Right. Exactly, yeah. So, but what you can do to help is, like chew or suck on something that has a sour taste, a citrusy taste. And that helps.
Yo, before I forget, I wanted to add this, man. I forgot to say this earlier about the chick that was the next door in the bathroom. I overheard her say, oh, shit. And, you know, she kept going that because and I felt these waves in my head, right? And at one point she was like, oh, it doesn't work on everybody. I heard her like kind of say that in a frustrated way, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And then I spoke to the boyfriend of the girl that lived there. He was cool, you know what I'm saying? Even though he was also participating on a certain level, but he was always respectful and cool with me. So, you know, I spoke to him, and I told him, I was straight up with him. I said, yo, I heard about that shit, and I heard what she said, you know, and he was like, did you feel anything? And I was like, why would you ask me that? Why would you ask me? No, I'm just, you know, yeah, I know why. But then we kind of like switched topics and shit. They didn't want to talk about it. And I was like, okay, see, they were doing, from my understanding, like he said, through his own admittance, is he was trying to find out if I felt anything. That's in regards to what she was hitting me with from the bathroom, aiming at me. Yeah, you know what I mean? So those waves that I knew I was feeling were coming from her, whether it was her cell phone with the software downloaded to do this sort of shit, or whether it was a totally different military gadget that only she has. Not that she has, but, you know, military personnel, people who have been in the military, ex-military, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
I mean, if she said those things, which I'm sure you overheard correctly, you know, she definitely sounds like she was getting frustrated with her device because it wasn't working.
Right. Yeah. But check this out though. When I went to the I went to the place to get my my medication filled, right, for my sciatica, and it was at the behavioral health place here in Charlotte, right? So I was like, I got my medication and I was getting ready to leave. So I saw like these, it's like four. I don't know if they're psychologists or psychiatrists or just, you know, therapists. But they were all standing in front the door, right? The door to go upstairs. And so anyway, I went to the door as they were entering to go upstairs. And I kind of paused for a minute, right? So I noticed the guy, he was holding the door, you know, for for some seconds, and then, you know, he let the door close. And then when they were at the top of the stairs, and then when I entered, you know, they all stopped, right? They all stopped. It was one on the lower stairs, and then 3 on the top, right? So one went to the left corner, and the other 2 were standing in front of the door, you know, when you get upstairs to exit, right, into the hallway. And one of them said to me, he goes, what did he say? He said, how you feeling today? So I was like, terrible, man. I was like, terrible. And he was like, well, you know, hopefully as the day go by, you know, you start to feel better, right? And then one of the guys up on the top, I think it was the black guy, he was like, yeah, stop him before he leaves, right? And I'm like, I didn't say anything, right? I was about to say stop who before who leaves, right? But I didn't say anything. I just left and whatnot. But, you know, it's that fear, right? Knowing that that people do shit to you, like my old, you know, upstairs neighbor, while you know he was doing whatever he was doing, and I could hear his voice sometimes, like loud as heck, talking about, you know, he's gonna want revenge. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, what? I mean, what else have you done to me that make you feel like, you know, or what are you planning to do to me that will make you feel like I'll want revenge? Because it's what they would want if somebody did the same exact thing that they're doing to me to them, right? But I'm like, I'm not them.
Title revenge is all.
Right. I'm like, I'm not them. I'm not you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know what I've been through. I've known, you know, through my experience and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know any specific person, right, that I can direct, you know, my energies toward, right? So it's like, who am I going to get revenge from, or who am I going to make sure that they accept responsibility and be held accountable for what they have done? I don't know those people. So for him to make that statement, it just shows that, you know, and white people have this thing about them where they feel like they can do whatever they want, and they know people are going to want revenge, right? Because that's what they would do. So why would it be any different from anybody else, right? Because you're white, you can, you know, something happened to you, it's your right to get revenge, but for everybody else, it's not their right.
Yeah, the
right?
thing is, though, it's like these people, they do say certain things where it's to make you think something is going to happen, when
right?
It's not.
Right.
So they'll say certain things. I can't remember the exact term or word for it. I remember reading it where they basically try to make you feel, like, try to lead you on a red herring where you'll think something, but it's not true.
Right.
So he could have just been saying that shit to kind of think a certain way or feel a certain way.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing
for it.
Yeah.
But,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about me is that you know, I'm a very logical guy. You know what I'm saying? Unless I have evidence that you have done something to me, right? Evidence that I could take to a police station or to a lawyer. You know, I'll take it to a lawyer or a police station before I confront you. Now, if it's something that you're doing to me directly, right? Directly in my face that I can see, then at that point, it's about self-defense. And of course, I'm going to defend myself, right? To make you stop from what you're doing. I mean, something that's physically harming me, right? Then if I walk out my door and you have a baseball bat and you start swinging at me, shit, I'm gonna defend myself. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a direct interaction. But if you're doing shit like, you know, you coming into my crib when I'm not home, and you putting arsenic in my food and all that, I don't know that you're doing that. So what I'll do is I'll go to the hospital, I'll take the food, I'll get it tested, I'll go to the police and say, well, I don't know what's happening or who's entering my apartment, but here, this is my lab result. It shows signs of arsenic and all that kind of stuff, right? And I feel like somebody is trying to murder me in a sense, right? But if I don't, like I said, if you're not, if I don't catch you putting arsenic in my food, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what kind of subliminal message I'm receiving about you doing that. I can't confront you because that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and they also try to make you think they've done something when it's not them. So
right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
For instance, the other, I'm just going to say what I felt like doing. So the other week, lost my wallet.
Yeah.
I was on the bike and I was going out, and there's this woman coming down. I asked her, where's my? Have you seen a wallet? I've lost a wallet, and she looked like a perv.
Right.
So I came down, and it wasn't there. And I was coming back, and then part of me thought, I'll to try and rob her to get the wallet. I wouldn't. But that part of your mind is like that. I was like, I feel like doing that. Then my logical part of my mind was like, nah, I don't think she'll say you shit like that. She hasn't got your wallet. You just think she's a perv.
Right. Yeah.
So I cycled down the road, down, and eventually I found the wallet. So it's like, they tried.
Yeah.
You could be dead wrong with it. So you have to be very careful what you do as well, because
right.
You might think someone's stolen something from you, but in reality, they're completely innocent. And also with this technology, they can put all I know, they could have been putting that thought in my head, like to be violent or something towards that person.
I mean, and they do that, and they do that, and that's why you have to let your critical thinking, take over. It's like if you didn't see someone do something, whether they did it or not, if you didn't see it, you can't really accuse that person. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to, like with the gaslighting, right? When they come into my apartment, they stole one of my lenses. And I searched all over, man. I called the police. I brought out my storage cases where I kept my lenses. I opened it up, right? I showed him what the lens looked like. He looked through it, right? He didn't see the lens, right? Yeah. Didn't see the lens. 2 months later, I opened up that same storage unit, and I found the lens.
Yeah, they've done the same shit to me. Like I'll have friends over, right? This happened a few years ago. Something disappeared. I had a friend over, and I'm thinking, is this mother? How you get when you get angry, like this mother effer stole it, and all these thoughts start running around your head, and then about a month later, I find it. So I'm like, I'm glad I didn't have a go at my friend for accusing me of shit. It was
and the funny thing is, I videotaped the cop, right? Because I took everything out. I had him asked him to take everything out. I videotaped him taking everything out, right? Everything out of that storage unit, right? Everything out. And the lens was not to be found, right? 2 months later, I found the lens. It's like the time I purchased a 6-pack of Gatorade. I went to the gym, I came back, I opened up the refrigerator, and I grabbed the Gatorade, and I'm like, wait a minute. All the labels, right, of the 6-pack of Gatorade, all the labels were removed.
That's some heavy gaslighting.
Exactly.
I had a similar incident the other week. I went shopping. I got a load of food, salmon. I got some salmon, right? I'm sure I brought it home. It's gone. There was a big pack of salmon. Where's it gone? I'm looking all over. I've not found it since. But I have a feeling they mind controlled me to drop it or something, and then made me think I'd brought it home.
Yeah, they do that. They mind control you to either throw shit away. Because look, I remember when when I was first experiencing or the awareness of being mind controlled after so many years, right? And they were sending me directions to purchase certain items at certain stores, and then they would like either have a guy like a street sweeper, the guy who cleans the street, like he'll be standing next to a trash can, right? And he would look directly in my direction, and he would empty the dustpan into the garbage can, and they would send me the silent sound telling me to throw what I purchased in that same garbage can. Yeah. So what? So he's supposed to take my shit after I throw it in there?
Yeah. Whilst before I go cut off, I'm talking about how my granddad, who's ill, mentally and physically ill, he's been getting worse. Basically, someone phoned him up, and they basically, I guess they pretended to be a bank or something. He's mentally ill and he's vulnerable, you know what I mean? So I guess they
even target.
Yeah, basically, I'll explain what I mean in a bit, but basically, they got the address and the bank details out of him. Luckily, he inadvertently told my mum in a phone conversation what happened, so she managed to get the bank account closed. Right. But here's the thing: these people, I was saying, earlier, these people are very tactical, so they know my granddad has likely got money. So money when he passes away is going to go down to my mother, maybe to me or my sister as well, as in a will.
Right.
These motherfuckers, right, they're probably thinking, this money could end up in the hands of the FBI. We don't want that. So they're trying to take the money from my granddad so that the money can't go from his will to my family. You see what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what they do. So they might end up trying to offer you guys, right, so that they can take the money.
Yeah, I don't think they do that, but it's more they know he's going to die, so that they're trying to get hold of that money when he dies.
Right, I'm saying the only way for them to do that is either they, they somehow have some kind of document where it says if there's no surviving relative, that money would be then theirs. But as long as there's a surviving relative, that money goes to that surviving relative.
Yeah, well, I'm presuming they were trying to get, the sort code and the PIN and all that so that they could just basically get all the money from the bank.
Uh-huh.
There has been there has been a con in the UK going around for quite a lot of people, but for some reason, I think it's these motherfuckers, because it makes tactical sense on their part.
Right.
They know he's going to pass away.
Right.
They know that money is going to come into my family. Some of it is probably going to get to me eventually.
Right.
Or my sister.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, dude, these people they're very maniacal, man. They're very cunning. They're very, they, like I said, I remember when, I was, living with my ex-girlfriend, and they kept on sending me subliminal messages about, getting, health insurance, right? Health, not health insurance, life insurance. Life insurance. And they were telling me that I should put my beneficiary as my ex-girlfriend as the beneficiary. But the girl I was living with as the beneficiary.
Yeah, so basically they get the money when you pass away.
Right.
I've heard them doing shit like that. Like they'll put life insurance on TI.
Right, yeah. That was crazy, man. I was like, it's some sick shit, bro. It's some sick ass shit. But yo, listen, man, this medication got me tired. I don't want to start my words slurring and all that kind of nonsense. But yeah, RT, I just wanted to let you know what was happening and why I missed the call. The muscle relaxer, it knocked me out, and I went to bed like around 8 o'clock. I woke up at 2 with with so much pain, man, that I couldn't sleep for the rest of the night, dude. I mean, I couldn't sleep at one point, I was screaming. I thought about calling the ambulance again, because I'm like, this shit is getting worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those things for cure, man. What is it? Is it Oxy?
Huh?
Is it oxycodone? That was the ones that I was...
No, Valium and a muscle relaxer. Because I mean, a muscle relaxer and a steroid.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I remember a friend of mine, he basically was getting them prescribed, and we used to take them in the past. About those things wrong. They weren't a joke. They basically like synthetic opioids. I think it was called oxycodone or something.
Right. Yeah.
Those things are fucking strong.
I do, and that's my fear, because I'm like, you read all these stories and see documentaries about people getting addicted to these things, but I mean, Valium helps with the spasms. You know what I'm saying? Like, from my left
withdrawals, man.
Yeah, the lower part of my left back, my buttock,
opioid withdrawals. Yeah,
my thighs, and my calf muscle, man. It spasms violently, like seriously.
Yeah, it's opioid withdrawals. That's the drugs doing that.
Yeah, man. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yo, Neil, man.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, brother. If you want to go and you want to get your rest, man, I totally understand. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yeah, I'm getting sleepy right now.
No, I hate you.
Yeah, those drugs do that. Drugs make you sleepy, and when you go off them, your muscles will ache. Get like tremors a bit. I used to have those. Like that. I used to. A friend got me taking them and shit, but I don't have them anymore. But yeah, I have all those kind of shits, muscle rub, all that oxycodone.
Right.
I can't remember what it was called now. I can't remember.
Yo, Neil, if anything, bro, I understand if you gotta go, brother. You're gonna get your rest, man. Because I know how that is, man. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, bro, next weekend, gonna do it again, man. Thanks for calling in, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. No problem, bro. Yeah, and I'll definitely share this on my channel.
Yeah, bro. I send you and I send Nappy that, man, so we could get that out there, man. We gotta try to see if we can spread that awareness about that chick, man, because she's out there somewhere in a mental ward, man, against her will. You know what I mean? Fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Yeah. All right, B.
All right, man.
All right. Have a good day.
You too, bro. Yo, Nappy, you still there? Nappy. Maybe he fell asleep. Night, you still there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on with that. Maybe he fell out.
I could have put him off, or muted him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, those things are pretty strong. They call them muscle relaxers, and it sounds like it's something trivial, but those drugs are strong. Trust me. So my friend, he used to give me them. We used to fuck about and have them. Have a spliff and have one of those. And man, on those things, you'd be high for about fucking 5, 6, 8 hours. Those things are no joke. They fuck you up as well. Like you'll be sleeping for fucking a long time when you have them at night. They make you proper sleepy, and you do get, as soon as Neil said that his muscles were aching and shit, I was like, yo man, that's those fucking the oxycodone, the muscle relaxers. The withdrawals from them, your muscles ache like crazy, man. You get like muscle spasms and shit.
There they go again, man.
They're
stopping your mic.
Stopping my voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said? Or did they just cut it off?
They cut it off. Now I can hear you.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Yeah, I was just saying those muscle relaxers that Neil was on about, saying I had them in the past from a friend, used to give me them, we used to have a spliff and have one of those, and you'd be high off those for about 6 to 8 hours, man. Those, no joke, you know what I mean? They're strong. Like you'd feel them for that long, and you'd sleep for a long time at night on those. Also, as soon as Neil said, his muscles are aching and getting like spasms and stuff, that's the exact same symptoms I used to get with them. You'd stop having them, and it's like you got withdrawals from them,
Right.
They're no joke.
I also noticed that I get those aches and pains in my joints, and I don't take no painkillers or nothing like that. What it is directed energies, weapons.
Yeah, there's that as well. But trust me, those drugs they do give you.
No, I'm not saying that doesn't happen. So I realize that I've heard about that stuff as far as the pain receptors and shit within the brain. That's what it is that the painkillers are doing. They're cutting off the pain receptors in your nerve cells in order to feel any pain. That's all it's doing. It's just blocking it. But in regards to the aches and pain and stuff like that with me, I'm speaking about me specifically right now. With me, it's a directed energy because I'm not taking any painkillers. I'm not taking none of that stuff. And I feel those things sometimes. And I know I work out a lot. You know what I'm saying? I do work out and I do train. So that comes with the territory, my age and shit like that. But I shouldn't be feeling those aches and pains sometimes the way that shit be coming out of left field like that. So I know it's done using those microwave weapons and frequencies and DEWs and shit against me as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like yesterday here, I was feeling pains in my stomach and pains in my chest, like heartburn feelings. And as soon as I left the house, went on my bike into the countryside, the pain subsided. Then as soon as I came back here, it started up again. So I'm like, there's something here that's causing this pain.
Right.
There's definitely some kind of frequency or weapon that is causing these sensations.
Yup. Yo, Nappy. I heard him a little while. There you go. Yo, what up, bro? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
You fell asleep again, but it's all good though, man. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you're chilling, man. I'm glad to know that you're in a place where you can relax and, keep your feet up for a minute and not have to deal with these motherfuckers fucking with you out there like that, man. But I got a question for you, man. In regards to the directed energy weapons, you ever felt anything that was odd besides what you said earlier? I'd like to get that on the record too, by the way. What you said about missing patches of hair on your beard, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah, this is back in the day, like 18 or shit. Like in those years, I was always thinking it was like a shaving problem because I would grow my hair, like my facial hair out. Like every time I tried to grow my facial hair out, I would have the clean, like it wasn't like a neck or anything, but it would be a clean patch of skin, like hair, without hair. It's like a clean, smooth patch of skin without hair.
Right.
And this is way before I even knew what, energy weapons was or anything. This is years ago, bro. And I mean, it's not like it stopped, but I always calculated that to me not being able to grow hair there, just something. I've been to the doctors even for that shit, and they tried to tell me it was some type of infection with my ingrown hair. They tried to call it what was it? Folliculitis. They tried to say it was some sort of folliculitis that was caused by ingrown hairs and shit, but I never really had ingrown hairs or nothing like. They said it. They tried to say it was from shaving with the razor. Like they tried to cover it up so many different times. And this is at a time I didn't even know about energy weapons. 1920, and it went on for some years. And then, like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my hair was fucking growing back. And that shit, that shit lasted all the way up. But now it's like, I don't even grow hair. I can't even, well, I can grow it, but like, it's like, it takes like, I don't know, it takes a long time to grow like a beard. Like I used to like be able to grow them like that. Like now it takes about a month, a couple months.
Right. I was gonna ask you if you ever feel any weird chest pains or any like ice pick type of headaches or pain in your joints, things like that, like just chilling in your van, waking up one morning and you're like, oh, fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
not nothing like that, but I felt the racing heart and the the loss of breath.
Oh, okay, so you got hit with the same shit I got hit with recently, man. Well, I woke up in the morning from sleep, right, and I felt my heart racing, like if I went up like 2 flights of stairs real fast, right?
Right.
Did you feel up?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I believe that they're hitting us with some sort of microwave frequency to our heart that, mimics heart attacks. So they could try to kill you in your sleep and make it look natural type shit.
And just for the record, like, both of my uncles just recently died of heart attacks. Well, not recently, but they died within, a year of ago of heart attack. And like one of my uncles, the first one that died, like it took him a long time to even tell us what was going on with it.
Wow.
Like, what I noticed? After he died, it took them a long time to finally tell us why he died. They said it was, he had a heart attack.
Right. What's interesting is that I know I brought this up in another call, but it's good to put this on this call too, just to have it even more on the record confirmed and whatnot. One of my aunts, as y'all knew already, she had fallen and she had 4 stitches to the back of her head because she fell down the stairwell. She called it a vertical kind of dizzy spell and shit, which I believe was some sort of directed energy weapon, a black hole microwave frequency attack that they hit her with to cause that to happen. This was during the time when, remember, I was on the phone doing a recording for this call, and then I got a call on the other line, and when I answered, it was from my mom's, and she had spoken to somebody that said that my aunt, her sister, had fallen downstairs. So you can imagine, like at that moment, the shock of that. So they were like trying to let me know about doing the calls and shit, like trying to silence me, to scare me, intimidate me with that shit. That didn't work, but I'm just saying, that's one of the ways that they go about trying to put fear into people to stop, you exposing shit, talking about things, and once you do it, they'll do shit like that, like veiled threats, or even threats to make you think twice, like, oh shit, damn, they got technology like that to fuck with people, you won't even see it or hear it coming, and you're like, damn, that's supposed to scare you into submission.
That's crazy you say that, because I remember it's a while back, but like one day I was walking, and just out of nowhere, like one of my legs gave out and my knee crashed onto the concrete, man. It's like I didn't fall, I didn't slip or nothing like that. It's just like my knee went straight to the concrete. And when I had to get up and, sit down and rub my fucking knee and shit so I could walk again. But, that shit was out of nowhere. That shit took me out too. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, it's like with these weapons, they can attack your...
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, they can attack your nervous system, so I guess they could block the nerve signal to your muscles. Your muscle basically doesn't get any nerve signal and collapses. Just a guess, but that might be how they're able to do that.
That makes scientific sense.
Yeah, because I was...
What was that, mate? We didn't hear you.
But I heard they've done research on that kind of stuff. Basically, acetate people.
Okay. Nappy, you was going to say something?
Oh, yeah, because I'm just saying, like, it was crazy, man. I was younger, that shit.
Wow, I never heard that before, man. But I wouldn't be surprised if they have the ability to do that, though.
Well, I'd say it can only happen naturally if, like, you've been sat for a while and your leg's gone. You know, when you get that dead leg feeling, when your leg, or that peculiar feeling, like pins in your leg.
Like, oh, you're talking about like when your leg?
That just happens, like, randomly. I don't know. Yeah. Definitely. You know, that's one thing all of us PIs experience is weird medical, you know, phenomena. Like heart racing, headaches, I don't know. It's not a coincidence or anything like that. It's definitely because of outside influences. You know, I think they've made me electrosensitive to directed energy attacks, because now it's like, if I get anywhere near, say, like a mobile phone or TV antenna, I will get a headache. Like, I was walking earlier today and there was this TV antenna on this hill, and I was walking near there, and I was getting like a headache coming, and I never used to be that sensitive to anything like that. You know, I think when you're exposed to these weapons, it increases your sensitivity to other, you know, sources of radiation. So it's like you'll suddenly don't want to be around our phone mats or, you know, radio antennas. But I was literally getting a headache. I mean, there's a chance perhaps that they were hitting me with weapons, you know, that are on that mass. Maybe they've weaponized it and they can, you know, target people with it. But I think it's more due to the weapons they've used on me. It's got me more sensitive to these kinds of things. Somehow, I don't know how, but maybe it's a side effect of being hit with these things. You get sensitive to microwave.
That's what I think it is, man. That's a very high probability of that. I think it's probably closer to that than anything else, due to the fact that it's like the overexposure of that technology. And the emission of whatever is being hit on your body is causing the joints ache, you know, and things like that. Oh, because I remember, man, I felt that shit for a while. And I know that I trained and this and that, but it wasn't that, man. I know the difference of my body. You know what I'm saying? That's why I take like hot Epsom salt baths and shit like that to soothe my muscles, so when I wake up the next day, I won't be sore. So it wasn't soreness like that. It was more of a pain in the joints. It felt almost like arthritis type of shit. Now, I am older. I'm 46, and people could develop arthritis during my age and even probably a little younger than that, depending on the situation and the environment and all that. So I'm aware of that shit to the point to know that I don't have arthritis like that, B. You know what I mean? I may have it in certain, like, cartilage and certain joints within my hands, like my fists, my knuckles, because of the fights that I've been in, selling and punching walls and all that stupid shit. There's probably things like that developing in there, but that's not where I was feeling it. I was feeling it in weird places. That's how I know that it's not something that's natural, and it's not something that I've caused through wear and tear and shit like that. This is something that's being induced, and it's being induced synthetically. If that makes any sense.
That makes complete sense. They try to, you know, hide. I think the weapon they're using on me today in the last few days, like it gradually creeps on you. Like you won't know you're being hit with it, like the other weapons. Like the other weapons, I was feeling like a pulse in my head. Like my head would get like it felt like my head was literally expanding for a second. I feel like a sharp pain in my head. Like that was like an instant pain. So this weapon, it's like you don't feel it, but then gradually feel like a pain building in your body, and then it'll build and build, and then you'll be like, oh shit, man, my chest is hurting, or my stomach's hurting, and then, you know, I'll check my heart rate, and then my heart will be like boom, 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 like that. You know, it'll be going at a tempo. So I'm like, no, man, that's some kind of weapon they're using, because my heart is not, because I'm sat down, I'm not doing anything. Like my heartbeat is not at its resting position. And then check it out. As soon as I go in the fucking shelter, my heartbeat will slow down again. It'll go back to normal tempo. So it's like, no, I know for a fact it's empty weapons. Not only that, but jamming weapons. I'll be on my MP3 player, listening to music. All of a sudden, it'll cut out and die. I have to press the reset button, and I'll be listening to a song. As soon as a song comes on I like, it'll die. All right, and then I'll go. I'm just gonna have to go a minute because my phone's doing something.
I remember you bringing that up a few years ago, man. You know what I'm saying? You were saying that from the beginning when you were not connected that was happening to you, the whole MP3 and all that. Yo, Nappy. How you doing over there, bro?
Good, man. Time, brothers.
I'll be doing something on my MP3 player, and it'll just cut out. It'll just go. And as soon as I go in the EMF canopy, it'll work again. It won't be working outside. As soon as I go in the EMF canopy, it'll work again gradually. So it just proves that they're using these kind of weapons to not just try and incapacitate us and harm us, but also to jam our electronics.
Yo, time out a second. Man, did you say stuff a few minutes, like, were you saying stuff, or did you walk away from the phone for a second and come back?
Oh, you must have not heard me. Yeah, my phone not packed up, sorry, it was doing something like making a noise. Nothing they've done. I think it was an alarm on my phone was on. Due to me taking the battery out of my phone, I think it had reset the time to a wrong time, and the alarm was going off, so yeah, I had to just quick turn it off, you know what I mean?
Okay, all right. No, because I was like, damn, did they cut them off or something? Because, sometimes what they'll do is they'll cut your mic off or they'll cut something off either to this end or something, and I think you stop talking. You know what I'm saying? And then you just come out of left field, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? That's why I asked you that. You had to be. Yeah,
I did say it must have not picked it up, or they muted me or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That they must have muted you. Because watch, if you hear this call on the playback, you'll see. It sounds like it sounds like you walked away or something, or like you stopped talking. And I'm like, what the hell? But then I remember, I'm like, oh shit, they probably cut the mic off because they didn't want to pick up what he was saying.
Yeah, I can understand why, because I was talking about how they were jamming my electronics, and how when I went in my EMF canopy, it started to work again. They were shutting my MP3 player off. I'd be listening to music, and then it'd shut off. I'd hear like a pop noise on the headphones, and then it'd shut off. So they were literally jamming my MP3 player. And I remember actually, in the last place I was at, my computer, when I was making music, it constantly crashed. Like when I was recording songs, it constantly crashed. Like it would constantly crash, especially when I had someone over to record a song with me. It would constantly crash, and then when I wasn't recording music, it would work fine. So it's like they were jamming the electronics and all that stuff, specifically just try and stop me doing certain things, or just stop me enjoying certain things. Like I'm trying to listen to music that I like, and the MP3 player will just cut out or whatever, you know what I mean? So that's like the kind of shit they like to do,
I totally remember. I was saying this before, you probably didn't hear it because you was trying to fix the alarm that was going off. But I have remembered that you said this to me like way before. Like you mentioned that to me happening to you, I think during the time we met. That was like maybe close to 4 years ago at this point. Yeah. You were telling me how you'll be listening to a track or two or what have you, and all of a sudden that shit will either freeze up on you, or it would shut off, or it would rewind and skip the track, or do some stupid shit to, like just to ruin the enjoyment of you listening.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they were doing. Like, you know, I'd be listening to music, and then it had almost always happened when it was a song I liked. Like, I guess through the remote neural monitoring, they knew I liked it. That was when they'd turn it off. You know, I'd have to reset it and then try and play it again, and then it'd constantly reset or turn off. So I'd, you know, keep trying it. In fact, my last MP3 player, they fucked that up. It was an iPod, and that got fucked up.
Wow. Motherfuckers, man.
They corrupted it, basically.
Yo, Mike, before I forget, man, you might know and you might not know, but I'm asking you anyway, just in case and shit, man. How the fuck how were they able to get inside my OBS studio? Because I did everything you said. I've been making that a habit to put it on airplane mode, take it off of Wi-Fi, put it in direct, plug it in. I had all of that. So I'm assuming that they got into the OBS, right? Through the OBS.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly how they did it, but I have heard that they have some way of basically, I guess they can hack as well, but monitoring computers through the electromagnetic field they give off. Something to do with that. They can actually see what's on a computer through, basically remotely, so not even through the Wi-Fi or through, you know, a wired connection. They can, of course they could have done it another way. Maybe they, you know, turn the Wi-Fi on, but maybe it looked like the Wi-Fi was off. You know, maybe they put some code on the computer so that they could access the computer. That could be another way they did it. Maybe they just jammed the computer somehow. You know, made it malfunction. Maybe attack the hard drive with microwaves to make it malfunction and corrupt the software. You know, if it's in operation.
Also, that's more than one way. It's not just one way.
I mean, I don't know the full details. I can only speculate on some of it. But I've heard they can see what's on a computer without even hacking it through the Wi-Fi. Like they can actually use the computer's electromagnetic field. Somehow they can decipher that. The electromagnetic field the processor's giving off and all that, they can decipher that, and they can see what's on the computer somehow through that. I don't know how it works, but people say they can do that.
Okay. Yo, when they do that, when they use that technology, did it go and backfire against them in regards to that shit emitting some sort of, you know, radiation, or no? Or you don't have no idea?
I guess so, because they're transmitting to get on your computer, so I guess whoever's transmitting, it could harm them, yeah. I mean, to see what's on your computer, it's not transmitting, it's just picking up your computer's electromagnetic field from the electronics, and then it's somehow ciphering that into data, you know. So I guess the electromagnetic field the processor's giving off, they're somehow able to decode that data and turn it into data that they can see on a computer. Somehow. I don't know how, but somehow they can do that.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Yo, Nappy, if you don't mind, brother, giving us a quick rundown, man, of the targeting that you were going through while you was out there, man. I don't know if Night of Thunder is up on what was going on with you, man, but if you don't mind putting it on the record here, whenever you're ready to go.
Alright, so, you know, they've been targeting me with the, you know, the bike and the backpack, telling me I'm going to lose my van. So they've been doing that. And, you know, I took it all the way to court, and they ended up dropping the case. And, you know, I still have people saying shit like, he thinks he's gonna keep his van. But they were speaking in third party, like when I went to the store or something, like it'd be two people talking to each other saying he thinks he's gonna keep his van, and then they start laughing or doing some weird shit. So that shit pretty soon since I beat the case, or else they're gonna try and, manipulate my driving. They've been manipulating my driving a lot, doing a lot of vehicular harassment, getting me off, doing all types of shit like that. So,
what did they actually try to prosecute you for?
They tried to get me for driving at unsafe speeds, being too close to a vehicle, being too close to a vehicle, which, I mean, it didn't make sense because we were parked. It was, the unsafe speed thing was because they kept letting air out my tires. So, we were at a stoplight and it was raining outside already and my air out my tires. So when I hit the gas, it did a little, the little chill out type of thing. And that's just because my tire. One more time.
If your tire's flat, how the fuck is it the driver's fault? You know what I mean? If you don't know about it. Perps are full of shit, man. It's like you only drive with one headlight, which is illegal, but like the slightest little thing, and it's what they've done to you. They tried to get you for it. At least it failed, and it backfired on them.
Yeah, basically, and when I beat the case, or when they dropped it, actually I didn't beat it, they dropped it. And, they just started, going even harder, bro. And then, I'm ignoring this shit and ignoring it until, somebody hit my shit and just took off, like, right in front of the police, so. And, they hit my shit in front of the police, took off, you feel me? And there was a witness. There was a witness there, and she was like, oh man, that's fucked up. The police were just watching it. The police let him go, you feel me? The girl she came up to me while I was recycling and shit. She said they just let him go. So,
There'll be someone working for the police, likely.
Yeah, and when I go get the police, I'm telling them, like, my vehicle's getting hit and ran. They all got out the car like they were, not worried, but, like they were, going to handle the situation and shit. And then they were just burking me all to the thing, saying shit like, the damage isn't consistent with what you're explaining to me. And I'm like, dude, you're looking at my fucking vehicle. It's fucking damaged. I'm telling you, somebody came in here to run me. This lady right here is telling me. Like, the lady was right there telling him too, and he's like, well, did you get the license plate? And I'm like, I couldn't get the license plate, I was recycling. And he said, it doesn't make no sense for me to take the report if you didn't get the license plate. And it just started smirking and shit.
At least you had a witness for the scam. You didn't have the plate.
Yeah.
Was it superficial damage or serious damage? Or?
Yeah, they cracked the whole, like, whatever the axle or whatever keeps the wheel straight. Like, after they hit it, like, my wheels went spinning. So, like, when I tried to move, the whole front end lifted up.
Yeah, so it's like they couldn't get your van through trying to prosecute you on some bullshit, so now they're trying to just damage your van to make it break down.
Yeah.
Shit. Be able to get it repaired? Are we able to get it repaired?
Well, that's just in the repair shop right now. And, even the repair shop is bullshitting me and telling me, that it'll be out Wednesday. But, I don't know if they're bullshitting me about the vehicle, but they've been bullshitting me about the whole stuff to getting, a rental. They made me jump through a bunch of hoops, and I still wasn't able to get the rental. And just a bunch of bullshit, man. Hurting me. All this shit.
Telling me your life is difficult.
Hold on.
Make it look like it's all natural. Yeah. It's like Nigel said, administrative abuse when they tried to fuck with you when you're going through a service. They'll give you a shit service. I mean, you'll get poor service from places you go to, and they'll make it's natural and not deliberate, but it is deliberate kind of shit. Yeah, that's one of the bullshit tactics. Yeah, I mean, whether your home's in a van or a house, they want you out. They want us on the street. They want us homeless. They want us moneyless. They want us dead, basically. It's like crazy, man. I'm amazed.
Jay, try to speak up a bit, bro.
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm amazed. I haven't ended up homeless, to be honest. I mean, I used to sleep in a shed, pretty much, to get away from the directed energy weapons. That's what I was doing. I used to sleep in a shed because I couldn't sleep in the flat I was living in. So, I'd like this shed on an allotment. I used to sleep in there because it was the only place I get a decent sleep. And then they used to fuck with me there. Like, in the middle of the night, there'd be cars like coming up, and then they'd slam the doors and shit, and stuff like that. That was before I had all the shielding and stuff, but yeah, man, even then they're trying to fuck with me and shit.
What's the latest with your neighbors, man? They still doing that bullshit, like fucking with you, What's the latest with them?
It's all the house where the motherfucker tried anyway to nick my fencing. But I went over to his and got it back. Yeah, man, they're playing games and all kinds of shit, like fucking banging and shit, like banging on the wall, hammering and shit now. I just banged on the wall back and then it stopped, you know what I mean? Fucking idiots, man. And then the thing that this bastard keeps doing, like, I'll go up the steps and then he'll go up the steps and I'll go down the steps and he'll go down the steps. Fucking dickhead, man. Fucking gay boy, that's what I call it. I just go like gay boy like that, when he does it. An idiot. He's just playing stupid games. Oh, man.
Motherfuckers, they on some bullshit, man. They really amping up the targeting on all of us, man. I'm noticing across the board. It's not just one of us or two or three. It's all of us that they're hitting more or less at the same time. Different shit. Some of the stuff may or may not be similar at times, right? But for the most part, they're amping up the targeting all across the board, man.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Shit, they've been setting off car alarms again and alarms. Right now, they're revving and shit. Like, I'm constantly hearing like that on the road near me. Motherfuckers are idiots, man. They're just losers, man.
What were you gonna say, Nappy?
Oh, I was gonna say that revving shit, like they did that shit. They did that shit like 1, 2 in the morning just with a motorcycle for like an hour straight.
Motherfuckers,
man. They do it constantly, don't they? They like do it constantly for time after time, and like you'll hear it like that.
And then it's crazy. It's crazy. Like even after they're done, I know like when they were done doing that shit, I still heard that shit. Like when they had took off, like I still like it wasn't that I heard it like it was, but like I would hear like I could feel like that shit was, I don't know, vibrating or something in my ear or something.
Kind of like an echo.
Yeah, kind of like an echo.
I mean, almost like they were using the
almost
acoustic
like
weapons to project the sound into your head.
Well, not that. It's like maybe I don't know how to explain it. Like it was like I heard the echoing and shit. Like I heard when it was actually there revving up, and then they left, and then periodically I would hear like that shit, like leftover residue.
I know what you mean. Like they'll do it for a lot, and then in the distance you'll hear it. Like it's like they're trying to condition you to it, and then
right,
do it
almost
quietly.
Almost like they
will notice it because you're conditioned to it.
Right, like some residue of that shit was left in you.
Yeah, it's just another anchor and trigger. Like
What was that? I didn't hear what Nappy said. Nappy, what was that?
It was just like the residue of them revving up, even after they left. It was still like I still heard it periodically.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. What did you say, Nate? That it could have possibly been?
I was just saying how it's like an anchor trigger. Like they try to, they do it a lot to like anchor the sound of cars. So every time you hear a car revving, you think it's them, and then they'll do it periodically just to, I guess, try and hide it. But because you've been conditioned to the sound, you still notice it, kind of thing.
Right, the power of association, power of suggestion.
Yeah, because that's that bullshit these motherfuckers have been doing. Fucking revving cars and making their car. You get the exhaust popping as well. They'll go like that, and the exhaust will pop. That's what they're doing. I think. I'm just fucking idiots, man.
You know what I was peeping, man? I checked out your live stream, Nappy, and I saw that you had a red motorcycle parked right in front of the motel room, and then a red car or truck, and then a van. And you were like, yo, look, they're trying to make me think about the van and shit, trying to fuck with me and shit. And I totally believe you. I'm glad that you put that up too, man, so people can see, man, that that's partially what they do to try to induce the psychological operations on you. If you're talking it, they were trying to use that as a subliminal trigger to get you to feel a certain type of way. And the red is the anchor color, the color to make you feel that when you see it visually, it's supposed to make you feel bad. Because you see a van, you see the red, that shit is supposed to induce that feeling. That's how they anchor that shit. That's the stuff that Night of Thunder was talking about just a few seconds ago with that. It's really.
Yeah, man, these people are just the illest people on the planet, though.
Absolutely.
These fuckers are like, it's not, how do I explain it? It's like, they're just centered around this shit, you know what I mean? It's like this is their life. Like they're centered around this shit. And they fucking demented, man. But they act like the normal people in normal lives in the spotlight, but this is like their real life, man. But they have no life apart from this. Targeting TIs, you know what I mean?
Right.
People are fucking, they need to be fucking locked in the loony bin for a long time. And then
you know what it is, too, Nate, man? They see and they know that Nappy right now is chilling. He's like trying to rest up and get his mind right, man, so he can relax and shit. So they not happy, they upset, you know what I'm saying, because they can't get to him the way they thought they was gonna get to him. So they're trying everything and anything that they can whenever they get a glimpse of him. When he comes out, like let's say he gotta walk the dogs or smoke a cigarette. No, he was smoking there, so there's not smoking a cigarette. But to walk the dogs or maybe, food delivery or some shit like that. Or maybe he just wants to take a quick walk for fresh air, what have you. They'll have people already around them. You know how it is, man. I don't got to explain that shit. You know exactly how it is because we go through it too and shit. So, yeah, they try to, every moment that they possibly can to get him to see a certain trigger with an anchor attached to it, they do it. That's how they, look how they put the whole thing with the red motorcycle, the red truck, and then his, like a van parked right outside the window that you could see it. As soon as you move the curtains, you'll see that shit right there. So that's the type of shit that they're doing to him now, that they're upset. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, like when they just they used to park an ambulance outside where I lived and shit. Like here, when I moved here and they had the fire engine outside and the fucking ambulance. They're ridiculous.
The real one that was bugged the fuck out was when you was on the phone with me and you had the fucking fire department move that truck inside that narrow ass path, and parked it back and just to target you with that shit, B.
Yeah, parked right outside my house, and that was when I was on the phone with you, because earlier, it was last year, I think, in the winter, I can remember saying, yo, I can hear like a lorry or something. So I looked out the window thinking, what the fuck? Because it sounded like a lorry engine. The fucking fire engine was right outside. They had like torches or something, so they were like pretending to do something. They parked it on the street right outside. And then another time, like, they parked the ambulance outside with the lights. I got it, both of them on camera.
Yeah, you got it off the webcam. I remember that.
Yeah, because my phone, I guess before I wouldn't be able to film because I think my phone was dead or something like that. So I just got the laptop and just filmed it from that. I was like, oh man, that shit is just unbelievable. Like, they actually, and it was in the middle of the night. I think it was about 11 at night, 12 at night. Something like that, and they just got the fire engine on this little street. It's a narrow street where I live, you know, it's single lane with cars parked on it, and they parked the fire engine right outside my house. Like, yo, man. Like, some of the shit they do, it doesn't hurt me or upset me, it literally makes me laugh because it's just that ridiculous, you know what I mean? It's just that...
Right. That's how thirsty they are and shit.
Yeah, it's like these people are fucking insane, man. These herbs are fucking nuts, man. Like, do some shit like that, and then try and call us crazy. Crazy.
Exactly. Right. Nah, but yo, man.
Fire engine outside someone's house.
Right. Nah, but yo, man, when I saw that shit, Nappy, that shit was crazy because you gotta look at the video. I think he probably still got it up on his channel somewhere, man. If you can find that video, night, man, and send me the link to it or something, I'd appreciate that when you got the chance. But yo, Nappy, man, they literally forced this fire truck. Picture a fire truck, man, in a small, narrow, like, what was that, like an alleyway or some shit?
Close. It's a single lane road, and British roads can get very narrow. You know what I mean? They're not like American or European roads.
But they put it up on your driveway, right? Like through your driveway?
Not on the driveway, but in front of it, pretty much. On the
yo, Nappy, you know that them motherfuckers is thirsty to catch his attention, to do some shit like that, bro.
I can't remember what I called it now.
Yo, you see it? That shit is mad tight. Like, how you gonna try to fit a fire truck like that, in an angle to just to target this nigga, B? That's it. That was the point, to do that. There ain't no reason to be there, other than that. Just to target.
No, they had like torches out, just looking.
And fronting. They were fronting. They were doing a show. You know, they were trying to make it seem like they were there doing something. That was the disguise, the illusion. You know what I mean?
They did the same thing with an ambulance. The exact same thing with an ambulance. Just parked outside my house with the blue light on. No one getting. Just parked outside with the blue light. Man, I got that camera too. That's just. It's unbelievable the lengths they go to. Like, when they go to the lengths, you know they're putting some serious money in this program from funds and Black Ops. So, you know, they're pumping money into this program.
Yep.
Crazy. I mean, the harassment alone is crazy. The aircraft, they fly over my house, and when they go out, they've got planes, you know, flying in my head. It's unreal. You know.
So they've been revving their car engines around you and Nappy like crazy then, huh?
Yeah, all year, man, every day.
Nappy got the motorcycles now. Crazy.
Yeah, motorcycles as well. Yeah, cars with muffler exhaust and motorcycles.
I'm not gonna say that it doesn't happen to me, because it does, but it's not as often as you guys. You know, like, I'll be like, for example, I'll be like by the window. Like right now, I'm walking towards the window in my house where the kitchen's at, where the window's open. Like, I'll hear some shit like that one day, like you know, out of left field and shit. Like, depending on what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, but I'll hear that shit right at the point where I'm about to say some shit, so they try to block what I'm saying. Like, you get it? Like,
yeah, or like you'll hear the sirens come on and shit when you've done something they don't like.
But
Said something they don't like. It's like this year they were doing it, so I used to deliberately get them pissed off so they'd make the siren noise. It was actually working against them, because all they were doing, was letting me know that I was pissing them off, and then I noticed they stopped doing it so much because I think they realised that I was playing them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they realised it wasn't upsetting me, but I was, all it was doing was letting me know I was pissing them off. And they kind of tailed that off a bit. You ever get it when you wake up? Like, as soon as you wake up, there'll be sirens, because I get that.
I've gotten that in the beginning heavy. Nappy, how about you?
Getting it heavy. Yeah.
What is it up?
Have you gotten sirens?
You'll get like, woo!
Oh,
you know.
yeah, all the time I get sirens.
Okay.
Yeah, but do you get it when, as soon as you wake up, like, they know exactly when you woke up?
As soon as I wake up,
Yeah.
nah, I haven't really noticed that. I mean, it could, like, I'll pay attention for it now, but I definitely, and like the siren, like, I get sirens, like, at work, I like when I'm recycling and shit, and I park at a certain spot, it's like they come through and they go to the same fucking area all the fucking time. I parked there at the same time. I parked there at 6 o'clock because I usually sleep after I recycle in one area, and then when I wake up, I leave that area and I go to a different area. And that area where I go, like every time I get there, when I get there, the fucking ambulance and the fire truck come with their lights on, and they go to the same fucking building.
Same building.
Same building. And this building has a lot of perks in it. It's like a low income housing. So it's a lot of perks there. If you guys seen any of like my lives and shit, like when I park, there's like this orange building in front. It's like an orange, like maybe a block up the street. It's an orange building, like an orange apartment complex.
Not sure, but I've probably seen it in your videos at some point. Yeah.
You're saying like clockwork, those motherfuckers will pop up each time? Like clockwork, like exactly. Wow, that's crazy.
One had like bandits, all of them. They did like all of that shit in the same fucking, like they love that spot.
So now, when did you start noticing that, man? Like, when did you start noticing the one headlights and, you know, the sirens and stuff like that? Like, when did you start waking up to that more on your own? Besides, like, the other YouTube and targeted individuals. Like, on your own experience, like, when did you start noticing that stuff heavy? Like, you were like, yo, something's up with this shit. I keep seeing this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I had got pulled over. An officer pulled me over because I had one of my headlights was out. And I don't know how that got out, but, you know, one of the headlights was out. So I went and got it fixed. And then as soon as I got it fixed, I started seeing a bunch of fucking... Oh, wait. You talking about the very beginning?
Yeah.
Oh. Just...
When you first started realizing the whole one headlight bandit joint.
Oh, man, that shit was... I didn't notice it right away when the targeting came. I just, like, I started noticing, like, whenever I would, like, be recycling and shit, like, because I recycle at night, and, like, it'd be, like, when I had the bike and shit, it'd be, like, 1 in the morning and shit, I'm recycling, and it'd be a car coming up the street, you know, real slow with one headlight and shit. And I figured in the beginning, they were trying to scare me, like, some type of scare tactic. But then it evolved into the day until it evolved into the motherfuckers doing that shit every fucking time, like all day, every day.
Wow. So going back 6 years, that's when you started like realizing.
Well, that's when I realized.
Yeah. For me, so I know, I don't know the date. I know roughly like the exact time. You know, well, the exact year, also like the end of 2014. Like this time in 2014. Well, you know, going to where my dad in his car, and when I was coming back, and there was lots of cars with one headlight, and I was just like, I remember saying to my dad, I was like, why are cars here with one headlight? Weird. That kept happening and happening. So I, you know, I actually found Nappy Roots video. You know, I found your video. I was like, oh shit, this is what they're doing to me. You know, and then you know, this shit is some kind of psyop or something. Because, you know, I thought, you know, some guy in America is having the exact same shit that's happening to me. So someone's definitely been, you know, teaching these people these tactics.
Yeah, it's definitely a bloated shit. Like, this shit is worldwide.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to France, I've gone to Italy. They do the same shit, one headlight shit.
I mean, I remember when you had sent me a link to an article in the UK. Remember a video that was showing a police car that had one headlight?
Yeah, I know what you're going at. The council, the Sheffield woman.
Right.
The council woman. Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. I got videos of the police fucking following me with one headlight.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I've seen them do my. I haven't been on camera, but I remember in Sheffield when I was there was a police car, one with one headlight. And then last year when I went on holiday to Tenerife, you know, which is an island in, you know, near off the coast of Africa, it's owned by Spain. The police there had one headlight out as well. There's loads of cars with one headlight. It's like, yo, man, these motherfuckers are contacting each other. When we go to another country, they'll contact the fucking police in that country and the intelligence services in that country. You know, these all motherfuckers all in bed with each other. You know what I mean? But yeah, that video, it had. I think it had one of the councillors of Sheffield Council. It was a councilwoman or leader, and there was a headlight in car in the background, something like that, of the video. I remember that now. And I think there was someone in high kids that looked like a perp. It looked like kind of shit the perps now. Yo, yeah?
Yeah, we had man.
Oh, cool. I was getting a bit worried because it wasn't proper quiet, like. I'll have to find, I think I made a video about it. I definitely sent it. No, I might not have made a video about it, but I sent. Oh, did I?
Yo, you definitely made a video about it, but you sent me the link to the video as well, man. You showed me a video of a police car with the one headlight, and they were like cruising with that shit. But they showed it quick. They didn't leave it on for too long.
Yeah, just for the TI to see it, probably for me to see it.
Right.
But I think it was Sheffield. It was Sheffield where it filmed. I know somewhat Sheffield. That city's, you know, it's full of more fucking perps. So I should know because I lived there 5 years. So, but I know enough of those motherfuckers are perps. But yeah, I can't remember the exact details, but I do remember there was some council woman there.
So that there was some woman?
Yeah, there's some council woman or something like that. I think it was the head of the council or something. I can't remember, but it was someone like that. Like they're preparing for that 5G shit there. They've been cutting all the trees down. You know, there's been a lot of opposition there with them cutting the trees down. You know what? When the trees down, they're saying some bullshit excuse like, oh, it's because it's damaging the pavement. Fuck, it's damaging the pavement. The reason they're cutting all the trees down was this 5G shit, because the trees stop the 5G. They actually stop the frequency type that the 5G uses. Like, it's motherfuckers, man. That's one of the reasons I fucking left Sheffield, because of all the 5G shit. You know, I want to get away from it.
But they definitely doing that behind that whole thing of chopping the trees down, man, for that purpose. I believe that.
Yeah, and they lie. Like, they say it's because it's damaging the pavement. Check this shit out as well. If you look at when they were cutting the trees down in Sheffield, they had police escorts on the people chopping the trees down. You know, just so to make sure that the shit was put down. And because people were protesting against that, you know, like environmentalist people. Yeah, man. Definitely 5G, I'd say. I mean, the transmitter's all in place. Like, if you look at the street lights in Sheffield, they're like some fucking weird fucking street lights. They're like flat, and they got LEDs on the bottom, and then they got like an antenna on top. Those fucking things, man, they're all 5G. They're like the ones in Gateshead Council one, where they've got the fucking antenna in them with the high voltage capacitor and the very large, you know, antenna with the radar system built in that can track people. And then, you know, it's not only a surveillance system, it's also, you know, crazy, man.
And I remember watching a video of Nappy's and shit back in the day, man. And I remember Nappy, you were still listening, man. I don't know if you still wait, brother. You came out and you were like, yo, what makes you think that if our bodies are made up of over 80% water, that they can't affect us with these cell phones? You know, that they don't have the technology to affect us if our bodies is made up of 80% water. You know, if you think about what water does with microwaves, it heats up and it bubbles up. So if they have the ability to do that shit, and the technology has already been patented for that to be the case, what makes people think that they can't do shit to us with microwave frequencies, things of that nature on top of all of that? Stuff that already is in existence that has patents for it. I mean, I went back, I remember this conversation now. I don't know if you remember this, Dre, night, but I think I had it with you too, man. It goes back to when I was in elementary school. And they took us all by alphabet in regards to our last names, boys and girls, like maybe 3 girls, 3 boys, and they will all get the hearing test. That's when people come in with like a suitcase, you know, and it has these headphones, and they have you all listen to these sound frequencies on each ear. And basically what you got to do when you hear this frequency is lift your left arm if it's in the left ear, your right arm if it's in the right ear, and both arms if you hit them on both ears, and you leave your arms down if you don't hear anything. So I recall this shit, man. And Nappy, you remember this?
Yeah.
You know, I'm wondering now, right? Like, certain times when we hear our ears ringing, and I'm not talking about the tinnitus. I'm talking about like one ear just out of left field starts going, you hear like that high pitched sound. Could it be possible that they're hitting us with some sort of frequency that's like a post-hypnotic suggestion that was like ignited by doing that, by hitting that frequency so we can hear it, to see if it triggers us to whatever they had subliminally programmed us with that shit while we were sleeping, and see if it, you know, kicks in. Like if we obey, if we listen to it. You know what I mean? Like I'm wondering that now. Because remember, I'm not talking about tinnitus, even though I hear that shit on the constant too. You know, and I got my own theories behind the tinnitus, man. I believe that means my brain waves is attached to some sort of supercomputer. You know what I mean? And they're constantly monitoring me through remote neural monitoring. That's why I feel I hear that tinnitus. But this is my opinion. I don't know that to be a fact. because I don't have the proof to say that it's a fact. I've researched to a certain extent, and I came across certain things that make me wonder, could it be that? You know? But going back to the frequency shit, I've heard that frequency shit off and on throughout my life, man. My left ear, my right ear. And I've always been around people that would either try to get my mind away from thinking anything even remotely close to some shit like that. Because I didn't even, to be honest with you, when I was asleep, through all this shit, I would never think about that. I would just be like, damn, my ear's ringing. And then the person I'd be with said, give me a number. 5. Count up to 5. E in the alphabet. Whoever you know that the name is starts with an E was talking about you. They were talking shit about you. Because your left ear, that means they're talking shit about you. If it's your right ear, that means they're talking good about you. And when both of your ears ring like that, that means somebody you know is talking shit about you, because someone that knows you too stood up for you and defended you. I'm like, oh shit, I believe this bullshit, B. This is urban myth. This is folklore. This is the shit that they attach to shit like this to throw people off so they don't go and find out the real truth behind that shit. That's my opinion. This is my theory. Because who the hell came out with some shit like that, B? About people hearing your ear ringing and there's people talking about you and shit. You know, I believe this shit. I'm telling y'all now, there was a point in time where I look back on it and I believed it. Urban myth, urban legend. You know what I mean? But now that I know about this technology and I know how they go about using it, and I think back with the knowledge and information I have now, and I look back at those things, I look at that shit with a totally different outlook. It makes sense why these people are tampering with, you know, what these calls now like crazy, man. Because we're starting to break ground. We're starting to, you know, put sense and make sense out of the situation with bits and pieces. Like maybe Knight might have a piece of the puzzle, Nappy, you have a piece, I'll have a piece, Will have a piece, Nigel, Diana, Raw True Self, you know what I'm saying? And then we all come together and it's like, boom, oh shit, you know, and we start realizing like, yo, man, there's something there, man. There's more than meets the eye. This information that we're talking about right now, we're coming up with this stuff little by little through the stuff that we're learning and picking up from one another and things that we research online. But at the same time, you got to look at this, right? Why is it that all of a sudden, right? Now, I'm not saying that they haven't done the fuckery with my calls and shit like that. But you're Knight, man. You my wingman, bro. You've been with me since day one and stuff like that. Nappy, I'm sure you've been with me to a certain extent with that. You've listened to the calls and stuff like that. It hasn't been this bad. These motherfuckers haven't gone as deep as they've gotten until most recently, when we've gotten more and more in depth with the exposure. But see, it's not just the exposure. It's what we're exposing and how we're exposing. And people are starting to understand it. It's when when they start having problems, when they can no longer discredit us to the point where people like, nah, chill, this patent for, yo, but that shit makes sense, yo, and there's more than one of them saying it. And then people seem to be researching. And these people on the internet are all being watched. We're all being watched. We already know that. There's no such thing as privacy anymore. So people are all being surveilled on one level or another. So they're noticing that these people are starting to get curious and they're out there on their internet and they're counting. The internet has like a counter where, you know, there'll be like maybe 1 million subscribers, not 1 million subscribers, but visitors, you know what I'm saying? And maybe those particular sites that talk about what we've been talking about right now have been seeing an elevation of viewers throughout the last few months. So they're probably like, yo, send out the flying monkeys, send out the trolls to all those motherfuckers and discredit them. You know, so like they going hard with damage control from one end, right? And then they're also hitting us with a fuckery with the electronic harassment and the directed energy weapon attacks and all that shit, right? So I'm looking at, I'm peeping game, and I'm noticing that the closer that we seem to be getting to the truth as it is in regards to scientifically, psychologically, and all that, right? As we're all connecting these people are starting to really get frustrated because they're like, yo, we can't, how long are we going to be able to cover this? We got to do something to stop. So they go as far as sabotaging the last call that I started, going into the OBS. I don't know how, but I think Knight broke it down the best with the whole EMF thing. And corrupting that file before I had a chance to even remux it or what have you. And I didn't exit it. I did not exit it. So whatever happened, they did it. I don't know how, but they went ahead and did something. So what I'm trying to say by saying all of this is that for them to go this far is because we're on to something. You know what I mean?
No question about that. I mean, they've been trying to sabotage your call every week. They're trying to erase what we're speaking about every week. Every time we do this, they try to sabotage it. I mean, I remember about a year ago when we were doing this, yeah, it get messed with, but they wouldn't go this far. But now it's like they're going no holds barred to try and stop us exposing this shit. It's like they're doing everything in their power to stop us. But we got to start naming names, I think, as well, like with the technology developers, like the people developing the chemtrails and the 5G lighting. That's Harvard University. That's one of the main people as well that are doing this. Harvard. They're some of the people that invented this technology. Probably the remote neural monitoring as well. They a lot of the geoengineering as well has been invented by them. So when we're dropping facts like this, not only that, RT, but someone replied to, the comments we dropped on that Joel Ortiz video.
Really?
Yeah, someone responded to it. I forgot to reply to them, actually. But yeah, someone replied to check that out.
Did you see who it was? Like, did you see, was it a legitimate one? Was it a troll? Or you had no idea?
No, it wasn't a troll. It was a positive comment. I think the guy was saying he gets the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. I gotta go back and check. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they probably made you forget because I was meaning to reply, but I never got around to it. So I think they deliberately, made us forget.
Yeah. I totally can see that. These motherfuckers, bro.
Don't want to respond to them.
Knight, not for nothing. In your opinion, right? Nappy, in your opinion too, bro. Y'all don't think that we've come pretty far? Like, in regards to, like, from where we once were, right? As opposed to now, where we are now, information-wise. Bro, isn't it like 180 degrees, V? When I say 180 degrees, I mean the total opposite of where we were. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as far as us knowing more?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, way more. Definitely, man, because in the beginning, I was lost, bro.
Me too. Yo, we all were lost, bro. My man, I was stuck on stupid for a minute, man. Like, I was in shock in the beginning. I was scared. I'm being straight up and honest. There was a point in time where I was scared. I was like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know if it was supernatural, paranormal shit. You know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers doing witchcraft and what have you. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, these helicopters, what the fuck, man? And them shit was flying mad low and shit. And, it was crazy, bro. So I was at a point where I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on, man? And these people looking at me all stupid and blending on their face every time they walk by me. And I didn't even know them. I'm like, yo, fuck you, and fuck you. I fuck all four of you up right now. And what? This isn't broad daylight, yo. I look like a fucking maniac.
Exactly, that, man. I remember, man. I was there, man.
Yeah.
And then it was like every time, like I would like confront somebody from behind me would do something, like yell something out, and I'd turn around and somebody from way across the other side would do, man, it's bad, bro.
Look, wow, man, we've come a long way, y'all. Seriously, man, we've come a long fucking way, man. We're still here. That speaks volumes within itself. You know, and we're gonna keep going, man, because these people, I noticed something about what they don't like and what their kind of weak, the weakness to a certain extent. I'm not gonna say it on record, man. I'm gonna tell y'all off the record. Well, off the record, because now they're really gonna hone in on that shit. They're gonna try to listen into the personal cause. Fuck it. I'm not gonna say it on the call though. But I'm learning what their weakness is, man. I'm peeping game, man, and it just takes me a little more time, man. And I'm gonna figure that shit out, man. And we're gonna get to the behind the fucking Wizard of Oz, pull that fucking curtain back, man, because these motherfuckers, man, their time is limited, man. They're very worried about what we're discovering and what we're putting out there. Fucking honking horns right now out here. You probably didn't hear that, but they're honking horns like crazy. But you know what? I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. And what y'all been doing, y'all keep doing it, man, because these people are not happy with the fact that we don't submit to what they want us to submit to, which is silence. They want to, it's like Nigel and Night of Thunder was saying. They want you to accept being psychologically abused, physically abused with the directed energy weapons attacks, and not say nothing and take it and just act like it's not happening. This is what they want. That's what I'm figuring too. That's what it must be. Like, they don't want you to say nothing. They want you to get the fuck out of here. We don't have that type of spirit. And I could definitely say that with full confidence that Nappy, Knight, and myself, we don't have that type of, we have fighting spirits. We're just naturally like that. You know what I mean? So if you push us in a corner, like a cat, you corner a cat, man, you see what happens. It ain't pretty. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm coming from with that, man. These people have forced us in a corner where we're not the type to give in like that and submit. We're more in tune to fighting back somehow. So the way we're fighting back is with knowledge, with education, with exposure, with documentation, with learning more and more and more and more about what exactly it is out there as far as technology, as far as what they have at their fingertips that is possible that they're using. All this stuff, man, is almost as important as getting an education in college behind some business course that you might be taking because you're going into that field or career. It's the same shit. The only difference is we're taking a crash course of this shit, and it's on some, psychological operations and technological aspect of this program, and we gotta continue doing that because that is the only way we're going to stay at least a few steps behind them. And I have to say behind them and not ahead of them because they're always going to have some sort of leeway ahead of us due to the fact that they have the technology that they have. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm not going to be unrealistic and say that we're going to stay ahead of them. That's not going to happen. They'll always have that advantage because of the technology that they have. It's not them, though. It's the technology. So what we got to figure out is how to continuously throw that technology off. And I figured out certain ways, and I've heard you, Nappy, I've heard you say certain things, so you know about it. You know how to throw off their technology, like the synchronization. Like you stop and you wait, and then you move slow, and you throw them off. It's like, yo, what is he doing? Why he's supposed to go up this block? Why isn't he going up this block now? He usually goes. You see what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. Gotta fuck with it. Experiment. You know what I mean? Because not only are you fucking with them, you're fucking with their money. Because from what I understand, that's why they always try to bust their ass to get ahead of you. Because if they don't make it to put where they're supposed to be, they don't get paid.
This is what I heard.
Oh, is that right? So
say that again?
If they don't deploy the act that they're supposed to do, like they don't get paid.
Yeah, this is what I heard though, Nappy. I don't know how true that is, but it makes sense though. It makes, because think about it. You ever been like walking into some shit or doing something, you get out your van, right?
I do notice this when one person is doing something, like doing their targeting, there's always somebody that walks past to make sure that they're doing it.
Right. Okay. That's definitely one. What I'm talking about, Nappy, is let's say you come out at fucking 4:30, 5 in the morning, right? But you come out like without even thinking. You just boom, boom, go on, whatever, and zoom out quick. You'll see a motherfucker putting on his sneaker and shit and almost busting his ass trying to make it to before he gets to, you know, the corner type shit. Like he has to make it there. And if he doesn't make it there, he don't get paid. I found out through a TI that said that in one of his videos. Like, he said it jokingly, though. He was like, yo, I don't think these people get paid because this motherfucker, you see this motherfucker? He actually still putting on his sneaker, coming out the building, trying to catch up to me to beat me to the corner before I get there. And I was like, oh, shit. And when you look at the video, he's absolutely right.
Yeah, that definitely. I thought it was just like fucking, you know, them making sure like that they're doing their job.
Okay. I mean, I don't put it past that it's that too, Matt, because it could be that. I'm not saying that it's definitely the shit I said earlier. I'm saying it makes sense that it could be that because the way they come out, like thirst, yo, putting on your sneaker, like, man, fam, like, you still in bed, you zoom, yo, my man, for you to still be putting your sneaker on coming out the building, dog, that means you was in bed, B, and you got a notification, and then you know, oh, shit, you got a certain time limit to get downstairs to beat that person, the TI, before they get to the corner that they're going to cross, and they have to be at that corner. So he was late. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, have you ever tried this as well, like tricking them into coming out? Like, what I do is they know when I go out, I take the battery out of my phone. So what I've been doing is like taking the battery out of my phone, and then I'll sit and wait, and then I'll see like the motherfucking neighbors come out of their house. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, or other times like, I'll say, you know, when I got the phone on, oh, better go to the shop and get this stuff, you know, like acting like I'm talking to myself. Then I'll see the perps come out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. I'm just put them like that. Well, I'll blur them out sometimes to places where it's difficult for them, but you know, because I'm used to going in, you know, in places where it's muddy and there's hills and shit. I like that shit, but these motherfuckers don't, you know. I'll just lure them into like the most remote places, you know. And they get pissed off and shit, like they look unhappy and, you know, they don't like me. Like when they got to get muddy and they got to get, you know, wet or whatever, then, you know, that shit makes me mad.
Wow. I'm just looking at this scenario now, man, and I'm like, you know, we're doing pretty well, man, in regards to still being alive, having more knowledge than we ever did before. We're more awake now than we ever been, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, in regards to stuff that we probably knew of before, but we into a whole different realm of understanding now. This shit is like to a point where people will look at us like and think that we're crazy because they're like, yo, come on, man, these people got to be bugging. They got to be out of their mind. Because it seems so science fiction.
I don't think they could say we're crazy now because we can back up nearly.
Oh, yeah. No question. Like, I'm not saying that they'll be right. But, you know, there's some people, no, Mike, hold up. I see what you're saying. Yeah, but you know, like, what I'm saying with that is this, right? Like, they're going to look at us, and not all of them, but there's going to be a few that's going to be like, nah, man, come on, man, that science fiction shit, man, they watch too many movies like that, what have you, right? But the thing is, like you said, we got proof, we got backup of what we're saying. And even so, there's people out there that you show them. You look, oh, look, facts, right? Black and white, here it is. Pictures, all that. They'll still discredit. They'll still doubt you. They'll still be like, because they've been so heavily indoctrinated within society's rules and how they've grown into careers, jobs, school. They've been indoctrinated automatically through all those things, right? That their infrastructure of the way they think, their thought processes have been kidnapped by these motherfuckers and what they indoctrinated them with. And when they indoctrinated people, right, it's like they put a fucking kill switch in their brain that it goes off whenever this sort of real shit comes out. They're taught and they're trained without even realizing to doubt the shit because they've been programmed to. If that makes any sense.
I mean, it's for like debunking these people with the facts. Like I was talking about, I did a comment on YouTube about the California fires, about how they use directed energy weapons, to start them. And I get this troll or whatever saying, oh, they didn't do that, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, well, yeah, they did because wood doesn't burn from the inside out. And then I mentioned how they use, I mentioned how there was a video of a woman, and I'll have to send you the video, but how the woman had basically microwave burns on her body, like her body was covered in a rash. So this person was saying, how she was trying to debunk me, she was saying, oh, well, if they used microwaves, it would have killed people too. And then I just posted the video of the woman with the rash, didn't get a response back, you know what I mean? Because she's like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Well, I think it was a woman anyway, it's a woman's name, but...
Okay.
But the facts are there. She knows I'm not bullshitting. When she sees a video of the rash on the body, all over the body,
yeah,
that's when she knows, something isn't right about that. I've never seen any fires give anyone a rash before, have you?
In regards to, what do you mean, like a rash breaks, it looks like a rash, or you're saying it is a rash?
Rash, like a spotted rash. That
Wait, but where was the rash?
All over her body.
All over her body.
The eyes.
Damn. I believe it, man.
I'll send you the video.
Okay.
You can see like a rash all over her skin. And she was like, I don't know where I got this rash from. It happened when the fire happened. I'm like, that's a microwave burn rash, man.
I totally believe it.
But she had it on her skin, like, you can see it. I'll send you the video. I'll send it all. If you search California fires, woman with rash, you'll find it.
Okay. Wow, man. I mean, totally, man. I believe that those California fires were most definitely started by lasers, man. Some type of microwave lasers, man. Because there was a guy, and I forgot what I did with that video. I must have saved it to one of my playlists, and eventually they went dark and started deleting them shits because I saw a whole bunch of deleted videos in my playlist. But anyway, there was this volunteer, I don't know if he was a volunteer fireman or he was already a fireman who retired or some shit like that, and he was auxiliary. And then he was just doing that, as far as, because he was older already. So he was just doing like auxiliary work and shit. And he says, in his professional opinion, that he was a firefighter for over 40 something years. He said that in his experience as a firefighter, he's never seen anything like that ever happened before, and that when he was looking up in the sky at the helicopters that were flying by, he said he was seeing what looked like blue lasers being like hit on the greenery, like the trees and shit. Like he said he saw like flashes of blue light. Fuck around, those were the directed energy weapons.
Yeah, infrared lasers. I heard that the infrared beams can sometimes appear blue at certain times. Usually they're invisible, but on occasions they can be seen with like a hint of blue.
He said he saw blue lights, like blue flashes and shit. Not like a blue light straight like that, like you can see it. He said flashes of blue, like almost, I guess, like picture flashes like that, but like blue though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
The depopulation again, clearing people out. Those fires in Greece as well, where there was some huge, fierce, unexplained fires.
Can't hear you, Jay.
I said those fires in Greece, that same killed hundreds of people. They seem to just come out so well. Those are like some massive fires.
You said the people in Greece?
Yeah, some fires like that in Greece that basically, burned last year. Around the same time, yeah, I think it was before the fires in California. Lots of intense, fierce fires in Greece. And then got the same shit this year. The fire started up again this year. And then they got some bullshit excuse like, power. I don't fucking power lines, man. Telling me power lines go wrong in 4 different places.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen like that. Power very rarely go wrong. They do go wrong occasionally, but even though they don't really spark enough to set a fire. Unless it's super serious. And they don't go once in different areas. I mean, like you'll rarely see a power going wrong, and sparking. I've never seen it myself. I've never seen a power sparking. So in my community, it's very rare it happens. But to have it happen all at once, like they're expecting it, nah, man. They're expecting it. It's not a power. Same shit, last year. Yeah, the siren balls are out.
You hear that shit, right?
Yeah, the siren. They know it's the truth. Like it. The fucking media, aren't they?
Motherfuckers are thirst, yo.
It's like they don't want us talking about this shit, because this shit is real, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
The rest of that shit is real. Yeah, man. Power lines they don't just go wrong like that. They don't just go wrong like that at all. They do go wrong. Yes, they can spark. Yes, they can cause fires, but not all at once like that in California, man. They don't all go wrong in one area at once.
Right. Like, what are the odds of that something happening like that? You know what I mean?
I know. And how are they going to know they're going to go wrong?
Talking about brush fires and shit. It's too dry. Now, that's one thing I could definitely say that's true, that the leaves are mad dry. They catch fire with any little thing. Alda, the T.I. who lives out there in California, she was telling me, she sent me a text, and she was like, I was just raking the leaves in my backyard, and the leaves are bone dry. There's no sort of moisture in them at all. And I was like, damn. She was like, that she feels that it's easier because it makes the job easy for her. And, it's not heavy bags, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like fluffy, you know what I mean? Because there's no type of moisture in them that gives them any sort of weight. So she says that those shits are super brittle, and it's easy to pack them all up in the garbage bags and put them away. They don't weigh nothing. But at the same time, it's like you look at that for what it is as a sign of the way the environment is out there. It's really fucked up, because that means the chemtrails, in my opinion, have been slowly but surely, disintegrating the Mother Nature's ability to keep things in a certain natural habitat. Like the way they're supposed to be, those leaves, they're not like that. They haven't been like that for a long time. And I don't think that shit could be reversed. I think that shit is irreversible. The damage that has been done is irreversible. That's my opinion. I'm not a scientist or anything like that, but I think from what I'm hearing, the description of what Aldous has told me herself that she's witnessed this shit. That shit seems like that the chemtrailing that they've been doing is so fucking heavy out there that it's caused that shit to happen the way it's happened like that with the super bone dry leaves and shit. So in regards to the leaves being dry like that, it's highly flammable. She told me that she quit smoking, which is great for her, man. Shout out to you, Alda, for quitting smoking. I know that's not easy. If you're hearing this ever, or if you ever play this back, then shout out to you, girl, but that's not easy. But she told me that she's glad that she stopped smoking because if she would have lit that shit up, a quick little spark would have hit one of those leaves, that whole shit would have caught fire, B. That's how fucking flammable that shit is. I'm like, damn. You ever heard of some shit like that, y'all?
That's crazy.
Yeah. In the UK, we don't get it that dry. We can do, but it's very fucking rare. But yeah, that's extreme.
I think 5G is doing that too, bro.
Okay.
As far as with the natural, the Earth's natural resources and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's killing the bird. I think this is killing with the chemtrail, the 5G, and all this new shit that they're implementing. Man, it's just fucking up the world, man. Fucking up the planet.
5G definitely kills the birds. There's been this guy in Gateshead who's talking about, the weapons on the line shit. I think his name's Mark Steele or something like that. He was saying how birds are, from the 5G. And there's videos on YouTube of birds going crazy, don't know going because of the fucking 5G.
Can't hear you, Jay.
So there's videos on YouTube of the birds going crazy and not knowing where they are because of this.
Oh yeah. How about the bird dropping dead? These motherfuckers is flying. They all start dropping on the ground. Be like plop, 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 plop. All of them just started dying. Be like if they all hit a wall up there and just boom crashed into it and fell. They all falling down like that. Plop, 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 plop. That shit.
It's almost like they're trying to take our connection from the Earth and move it to the robot and shit.
Right. Transhumanism. Yeah.
But the Earth is dying, bro. The water, the air, everything is pretty much dead, man.
Thing is, though, if the Earth dies, we die with it.
Right. Even the oil is like the Earth's blood. The oil is like the Earth's blood, and they drill that shit out. They're slowly killing the planet, bro.
Wait a minute, Nappy. You saying the oil's being depleted also, right?
Right, and that's like the blood of the Earth.
Right. Wow. Wait a minute. How did you hear about that, Nap?
Huh?
Where did you hear that at?
I was just researching it. That's why them pump about the oil being the blood of the Earth.
Yeah. Now, not just that, but that they're depleting. That it's depleting. It's wasting.
Well, it's depleting as in they're taking it and fucking bottling it up and having to put it in our cars and shit.
Right. No, I'm aware of that. I was just trying to figure out because you're saying that it's wasting, right? Like it's finishing.
Well, no, not finishing, so to speak, but it's like they're steady, they're drilling, it's like a bunch of bullet holes in the earth, and the earth is leaking, they're constantly taking blood out of the earth.
Okay, I got you there. Yeah, because there's a thing called hydrofracturing. Hydrofracturing is the way that they jackhammer. Picture jackhammering through a rock all the way down through, and then you get these natural gases that come out. They're using that gas and transforming it for fuel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's called hydrofracturing.
We call it fracking here. Same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically doing that here too.
Yeah, so you heard of it, mate?
Yeah, but we call it fracking.
Okay, yeah, it's more or less the same shit. They call it out here also fracking too, like for a short term, like to short, like abbreviated. But the whole term is called hydrofracturing. Yo, if you don't mind, man, breaking that down real quick, mate, and putting it on the record for us.
Yeah, I mean, I think how it works is they just they detonate explosives or they use drill to crush the rocks and like get the oil out of the rocks into something. I don't know the exact science, but roughly how they do it.
Right, and it's not oil, it's gas. It's like a gas that comes out.
Yeah, they get oil as well.
Well, I didn't know about the oil. Okay, I didn't know about the oil. I thought it was gas because over here they talk about a gas coming out. It's like literally like a gas. You know what I mean? That when they drill deep enough and hard enough, a gas starts emitting from under there, and that's what they bottle up. That shit is crazy, yo. Man.
Yeah, I think how they get the oil, like they crush it out of the rocks or the sand or something. Like they couldn't extract it before, but with this stuff they can extract oil and get that. Something like that. Yeah, that's kind of what they're doing. I don't know how it works. It's been causing earthquakes. Causing tremors, unstable ground stuff.
We have the illest fucking government, man.
Yeah. It's all over the world. These bastards are all corrupt. They don't care about us or anyone.
Somebody next door said it hung up. As soon as the thing said it hung up.
Oh, word?
Yeah, just my side.
Motherfucker, yo. These niggas be actively, well, we knew that already, since they be actively listening to our calls and shit, and live streams, and pre-recorded calls, and our own personal calls and all that. So, I shouldn't be that surprised. Motherfuckers, man. Yeah. I know you hung up the call, motherfucker, but we brought it back. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Fucking bastards.
Man, it's like something has to happen to these motherfuckers, man.
Word up.
Yo, Nappy.
Yo, Nappy, you already ate? Yeah. You already ate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
You're going in and out. You're like echoing.
Oh, word?
Oh, word?
Yeah, it's like you're on a walkie-talkie or something.
That's these
motherfuckers.
Wait, I just
heard it.
Yeah.
Hold up.
How about now?
Not good, no.
Okay. Motherfuckers. I'm figuring out what they're doing, man. Little by little. Little by little, I'm figuring out shit, man. Let them keep slipping up like this. I'm going to get to the root of the problem eventually. Yo.
Yeah, I'm by you.
Yeah, got you, bro.
Yeah, they cut it off again.
Yo, Nappy, tell Knight what they said when the call got cut off.
Somebody from outside screamed out, it hung up.
down the phone?
No. Listen, go ahead.
When the phone call hung up, somebody outside said they hung up. They hung up.
What Nappy's saying is that when they cut us off, right, there was somebody next door, or not next door, outside, like by a car parked in front of the motel where he's staying at, that yelled out, they hung up.
So they're listening into our call, but they think we hung up and we were cut off by the other person.
Right.
Or either they hung it up and just said that to make me know that they were listening or some shit.
Word.
I know something. Don't give a fuck what they think, man. Good know, man. And if I know listening, you know, I'll forward them.
Yeah.
What up? I was like, yeah, I know y'all hung up on us. Y'all hung up the call, but I brought the bitch back. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep bringing you back. You keep doing that shit. And I started figuring out a little something right now because my voice was echoing. And after I was like, yo, your voice is echoing. I was like, word. And then I started hearing it. I was like, oh, shit. So I started messing around right now. I'm not going to say what I did because I don't want them to hear that shit. But I already figured out what it is that they were starting to do to cause that to happen. Because I said, yo, Nappy, how about now? He was like, nah, now you good. So I was like, all right. Little by little, man, I'm figuring out this shit. Let them keep slipping like this.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And it's not going to stop us exposing that shit. It's just delayed tactics.
Can't hear you.
So it's just delayed tactics and stuff, but I mean, delayed exposing
Yep.
and shit. So someone actually shouted that when Nappy was. They're being bullshit. Yeah, you still there?
Yeah, we is, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about with law. You know, we need to definitely.
Can't hear you at all now.
That's the biggie. You know, with guys.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
But that's the biggie with guys. Knows that about what's happened to law.
Right.
You know, those and shit and show what they're doing to be honest. Oh, that shit's ridiculous, man.
Yo, Nappy, one of your dogs is sick?
On the call up, it was that.
No,
One of your dogs is sick?
for some reason he's been acting like dry coughing for like a couple days now.
Who's that?
It's almost like a cough, but it's not. It's like he got some stuff in his throat.
Yeah, that you've been getting. I think that's the geoengineering, not chemtrails.
From the
I've been
chemtrails.
getting that shit, like having it defrozen, having to cough. I've been getting that shit too.
Yeah, because they get affected also, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their bodies are small, bro. So you could imagine they got little small lungs, little small brains, little small, nerves and endings and all that stuff. So they absorb that shit a lot more deeper than we do, and faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, is it your dog's coughing?
Yeah, it's my dog.
Yeah, man, that'll be the geoengineering, man. That'll be the chemtrails. they've been spraying us in the UK a lot with that shit.
Or it could be them hitting the dogs with directed energy weapons too. Because I personally believe that they killed off my cats, man, and they gave them cancer, bro. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know about the shit back then. I was still asleep. But then I started hearing other target individual stories and how they killed their animals, man, their pets. You know what I'm saying? With cancers and shit like that. You know? Not wishing any that to happen to your dogs. I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying God forbid that, but you know it's possible, man. Because these motherfuckers, man, they don't care, bro. These motherfuckers will have pets in their homes and treat them good and all that shit, but they'll kill a TI's pet. What kind of shit is that, bro?
Yeah, crazy, man. Especially when they're really like innocent.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. It's a way to try and hurt us, isn't it? Like they'll harm people or animals we care about to try and hurt us.
Exactly. Yep.
Like my dog, the last dog in my family, so he got cancer. He died of cancer. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something to cause that, or it was. And it could be the Wi-Fi as well, because that causes cancer. Yeah, geoengineering as well. That could well be what's going on. I hear people coughing, and it's not just a perp coughing. It's like literally, you know, due to geoengineering. When they're spraying that shit here, I'll feel it on my throat, and I can tell the air's dirty. Like today, it's quite clean because it's been an easterly wind, you know, which is like a fresh, you know, Arctic wind, like a northeasterly. The air's very pure and clean, but when it's coming from the south or the west, that's when they start spraying. I've noticed they don't do the geoengineering much when it's a northerly or easterly wind. When it's a westerly or southerly wind, that's when they do it. I think it's something about the air, like the cold northern air doesn't work right somehow. I imagine, unfortunately, in California, like, I don't get the northern air, Arctic air.
Yo, they're doing something to your voice, bro, to your mic. They're slowing it down or something, or they're trying to make it sound in and out.
Well, they're making it slow.
No, low, like can barely hear you. You know what I'm saying? It's the stuff that you're talking about, B. That's what it is.
I just said when in the UK they don't seem to do the geoengineering northerly.
Yeah, they cut you out. I hear it.
Like the easterly winds coming up Russia, you know, from that way coming up Europe, and the northerly from the Arctic Circle, and something about air. They don't do the geoengineering when that air coming down. It doesn't seem to work for some reason.
Yo, Nappy, you hear it, right?
Yeah, it's like they're cutting them out, like they're going in and out, in and out, in and out.
Yeah, I've heard that on the calls, yeah.
And it's not his fault. It's not Knight's fault, because Knight isn't trying to talk. He's trying to speak, but these motherfuckers are, I don't know what it is that they're doing exactly, so I'm not going to try to say I know, but they're doing something to cause the audio to go in and out like that, because even when he speaks up, you can hear him, but then it goes like that. Like it's like you getting your words are chopped off, and it's dumb. I know it's dumb.
Can you hear me better now? Or
yeah, we can hear you now. But as soon as you start talking about something, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna start doing that shit. Especially when you're talking about something that they don't want you to talk about. I noticed that.
Did you get the gist of what I was trying to say?
Try again, brother, because I want to make sure we get this on.
Yeah, I was just saying about the geoengineering. They don't seem to like the northerly or easterly winds.
Okay.
That?
I heard that.
Yeah, that's what I'm basically saying. Like when we get the Arctic winds here in the UK, they don't seem to do it much. I think something about the wind.
Excuse me. They told me to call around this time to the insurance, so I'm gonna call the insurance and I'll call right back.
All right, back.
Yeah, that cutting in and out thing, I've heard it before. I heard it on the talk show calls.
Yeah.
That I used to do. That used to happen a lot.
Yeah, and it's not you, Nate. It's not you. You're absolutely 100%. Because I've heard it myself on the playback. I'm like, yo, but he's talking now. He's talking louder, and they're still doing that shit. So it's like, okay, it's these motherfuckers. We got to figure out a way around that. And one of the ways around that. But you see, I don't blame you because you don't like to talk. Like, just because we talk loud sometimes, like, well, like, that's how his voice is. He's naturally like that. But even when you do project your voice, they still do that shit. I mean, not right away. They'll kind of like wait for a little bit, I guess. And then once they start hearing you, like, getting the engine running, like when they hear you, like, you're really into it and you breaking stuff down, that's when they start doing it. I noticed that.
Yeah, just to try and silence me and stop me talking about. Yeah, man, they're full of shit.
Yep. Yo, Knight, I still can't believe these motherfuckers corrupted that first call, B.
Yeah.
Yo, B, like, Knight, I did what you told me, bro. I've been practicing that shit religiously. I don't do that shit without.
I can interrupt, but I just remembered as well. I was going to give you the.
Oh man, they cut you off.
No, I was going to give you that email. The new.
They cut you off, yo.
Yeah,
I heard you say you was gonna give me an email. I heard that.
Yeah. I got a new email.
Okay.
No question they're gonna start fucking with it for.
Yep.
You want me to give you the email now? I mean, they're gonna read it on the whichever way I give it you. But I was thinking on here, if I give it you on this, they won't get logged on an email for them to read, so it'll be more difficult. Yeah, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. You didn't hear me?
No, they muted you.
Yeah, they're playing musical chairs with our voices, bro. I gotta laugh it off sometimes, man, because if you take this shit serious 100% of the time, bro.
Yeah, it's just. Yo, do you want me to give you my the email I'm gonna use?
Yeah, but don't say it because it's recording. I don't want people to hear your.
Yeah, shit, I forgot that.
So just send it to me. Send it to me in the regular email.
I know. I'm just thinking if I tell you it on the phone, it won't be logged on an email, so it might be more difficult for them to get it accurately.
All right, but you don't mind that it's going to be on the call?
No, I'm going to say it on the recording. I'll just email it you then, but...
Wait a minute, I got an idea. I'm going to mute the... I should have fucking thought about that. Hold on a second. I just got to mute the... Alright, we got it.
Yeah, it's like it took me ages to find one that worked without registering a mobile phone to it. I wanted to, I was trying a Russian one, but that didn't work. I was thinking a Russian one would be good because they're going to have to hack a Russian company that way.
Right.
That could cause an international incident. So I thought that was a good idea.
Right.
But yeah, that's the new email.
I like that.
I just chose the name. What with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it'll work. I'm sure they'll try and fuck with it, but I think it'll be harder than Google,
Yo, I forgot to ask you, man, before I forget, you never got that shit, right? The corrupted file that I sent through that website?
No, never got it. Nothing.
Yo, they doing it, man. They definitely blocked it. So you know what I'm going to do is, I'm going to send it to this email. Can I do it there or no? You want me to still do it through the website?
Yeah, try it. You could try emailing it, mate. Because if you do it now, they probably won't be able to block it, unless they block it from your, might block your Gmail, though.
You know what they did to me that same night that we were talking about that shit? Right? The same night I was like, yeah, I'm going to send that shit to you, bro. Boom, boom, this and that. Yo, the same night, bro, they were fucking with my email. Like, I would go and click on the box where it's supposed to go into my email, and that shit would just keep loading. It would never show my shit. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And it was like that shit for like a couple of days, B.
I'm getting similar stuff on YouTube. But something wasn't loaded. I can't remember what it was, but something wasn't loaded. I mean, I'm hoping, since this is a different company, that it'll be harder for them to get into. And if they do try and get into it, it might face some flags if they do. But Gmail, it's gone and it's not usable anymore. It just can't be relied upon it.
Yo, this shit is
blocking everything, aren't it?
Yeah, man. This shit is getting like also ridiculous shit. Like, man, yo, motherfuckers really don't want us to fucking continue doing what we're doing, which makes us even do it more.
Yeah, they just want to cut communication altogether, pretty much. If they fuck with this email address, I'll just make another one, and then, if they fuck with the next one, I can easily do it. Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah, I just heard a weird feedback noise, so I was getting worried it cut out. So, yeah, man, I recommend you make one on a web. Try and find one where it's not registered to your phone. I know Yandex is one that worked. It took me a while to find one. With Proton Mail, now you have to register it to the phone. So again, it's frequently difficult to find emails where you don't. I think GMX is one that doesn't need to register to the phone.
Yo, I heard about Proton, man, and from what I heard, they're pretty decent. They shit is legit.
Yeah, but you have to have a phone number, so the folks will know. Be able to hack it maybe if it has a phone number. If they spoof your phone number as well, they could probably get access to your account that way.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'd recommend using one without a phone number. I mean, I want it anonymous as well in case they try and do some shit like they tried to pull. You know what I mean? Like if they try some shit like that again. That way I can just delete the account or something and it's not linked to me in my name. So, yeah, that's some foul shit that they try. But yeah, it's pretty much a brand new account. I mean, hopefully they're not able to fuck with it, but if they do, I'll just make another one.
No doubt. Wow, man. These people are really something else, man. Like, I can't believe the shit that they go as far as doing, man, just to try to stop us.
Yeah, I mean, even when I was trying to sign up for my email, a lot of websites were saying failed and stuff, and I was getting this bullshit capture, and it was just not working even when I put the right thing into it. It's like even then they were trying to, stop me from basically getting an email, because I guess they were pissed off with that. But they're gonna have to, basically try to hack into this email now. So all the hard work's been, blown away pretty much. Kind of like when, with Target in Aberdeen, when it was like they were getting mad at the fact that, I'd exposed him, and all the hard work infiltrating and stuff was blown away. So they tried super hard to get me back in contact with him. Yeah, man.
Yo, speaking of him, man, you haven't heard nothing as far as that?
I haven't heard anything. Hope it stays that way, but...
Right. No doubt. I remember you were telling me some shit about that, man. I was like, yo, dude, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that was some crazy. The lengths he went to just to try and...
Yeah. No, I mean, that's pretty deep. That's deep cover, man. If it was like that, man, and that's what was actually happening, that shit is fucked up, man.
Yeah, I mean,
but it goes to show how deep they're willing to go, though,
Yeah. I learned a lot from that, especially about how they think and how they operate, so...
Yo, man, that one particular document that you sent me and that you read over the call the weekend before last, yo, man, that shit got a whole bunch of fucking information all over that shit, B.
Oh, you mean the GCHQ stuff?
Yeah, not the Intercept, the other one, the one about the targeted individual program.
Alright, yeah.
Yo, man, that shit is crazy. That shit got all types of shit stuck to it. Like a whole bunch of attachments and information and links and yo, my man, breakdowns of things and all that. I'm like, yo, that shit is awesome, bro.
No, that was a gold mine find, man. That was an accidental find, really. I just searched, directed energy weapons, and then that came up and found it.
Right, because I noticed it was like a February 2014.
Yeah, I mean, not old, but...
No. Right. Barely 5 years old, 6 years old.
Definitely very, very relevant to what they're
doing. No doubt. I've never seen information broken down like that. So detailed, like with graphs, with explanations, terms and all of that. Diagrams, you know what I mean? Overview of what it's about. They spoke about a little bit of everything within this program, which makes it that much more realistic because there's, different parts to this program. You got the psychological operation, which is like the major part of this program. Then you got the directed energy weapons and the microwave frequencies and the silent sound, spread spectrum, the mind control technology, the remote neural monitoring, the V2K and all that shit. You know what I mean? So they break down all that stuff. And it's like everything is detailed to a person that is looking to find out exactly what it is that they're working with within this program. What's what from what. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I couldn't believe, in the AQ documents where it lists false flags as one of the tactics. Like that.
I can't hear you. They're doing it again, Jay.
It's probably them doing it.
Yeah.
Probably GCHQ doing it, but yeah, one of the documents it said that they had false flags as the some of the things they did.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I see.
Yeah, man. Not to get off the subject, man, but how about things with you and your pops? Still the same?
Better. He's not been targeting me like he was. I've seen some very subtle things where I felt like it could have been, but it's not been as blatant as it was. So I think backed off from that, hopefully. But you know, that's how it's been though. There's been like periods where he's targeting me very heavily, then he stopped. You know what I mean? So hopefully it stays that way. Yeah, it's been better. You know, hard to trust him and know definitely. I'm pretty sure anyway. He's involved in this program. So, but yeah, it's been better.
Yo, they're doing it again, bro.
Did you hear most of what I said? Or?
No.
Yeah, I'm basically saying, you know, it's been better than that in that region, you know, with him.
Yeah. Okay.
He's not been targeting me as heavily. Well, he hasn't been targeting me. He seems to have stopped. But I was just saying, it's hard to trust, you know, him when you know
right.
He's pretty much involved in this stuff.
Let me ask you this, Mike. At this point, do you feel that he definitely knows what he's been doing, or you think it's half and half, or you think it's the technology?
I think he knows because I did notice after I made videos talking about it, he looked quite guilty. I didn't talk to him about it, but he looked guilty. You know what I mean? So, thinking maybe he's regretting it, but too scared to tell me. So, but I did notice he looked kind of guilty, like scared at the same time. But, you know what I mean? That's without me even telling him, but it was like, I have a feeling he's watched some of my videos. And, you know, he's aware of me talking about him targeting me. So, but I think he's too afraid to talk to me about it. But I did notice he looked guilty. Next time I saw him, it kind of looked guilty. Like he knew he'd done something wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just what I got from it. I could have been wrong, but that's kind of the impression I got.
Yeah.
No, you get right. Yeah. Hard to. I think he's asking, you know, and he won't tell. It's a difficult thing. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be open with. So. A difficult situation.
Yeah.
I was watching another video of the PI in the UK, a woman and her family pretty much made a video where she was talking about her family kind of section of something. But I'm not 100% if she's genuine or not, but that she seems genuine.
You're talking about someone out there in the UK? Somebody out there in the UK?
Yeah, someone in the UK. I can't remember her name now. She hasn't made a video in many years, but she just started making videos again, which kind of makes me a bit suspicious. But yeah, saying she's family threatening to section her or something like that. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not 100% if she's legit or not, but too early to say, really. But I'm always suspicious of the TIs that'll make a video and then not make one for a year or two, and then make some more videos. You know what I mean? Those are
oh yeah.
have to watch out for, because it's like
they're like bounce and shit for a couple of years, then come back again, start all of a sudden making videos, like hotcakes.
Yeah, it's like they're not consistent. I mean, a break of a month or two, that's fine, but when, you know, they're having breaks for like several years, that's kind of suspicious. I mean, some of them probably have legit reasons,
Right.
for that, but it still makes me suspicious. Especially since she made like a video about that, and then she made a bizarre video talking about, to be honest, like it's something about wanking. Like what? Like I'll do with the last video, you know what I mean?
You said about wanking?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I found kind of suspicious. I mean, maybe she's that far gone psychologically that she probably mind controlling her to do that, but it's strange, man. It seems odd. It's kind of suspicious. I can't remember her name now. She has some strange kind of name, but she's in the UK, in Manchester, I think. Yeah, it's kind of odd, man.
What about that, the chick that you said you were talking to before? You know what I'm saying? That you said you were speaking to her off and on, and you guys are all like cool and shit on the phone, stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, you mean her from Sheffield?
I think so. The one that you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was wondering if it was
now and again. I was
the
on
one
the phone
that.
with her the other day.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. I think she's a TI as well, but she doesn't know. I think she's a TI, but the way they target her is more low key than how they target us. Like they target her, but it's like they don't target her with the hand signals or anything like that, but they target her basically trying to traumatize her with people. You know what I mean? That's how I think they do it. Like for instance, recently she's been being stalked by someone online. Who she met in Greece abroad, and basically, been stalking her and stuff like that. All kinds of shit happened to her this year, where she basically got accused of doing something at this school she was working at, accused of hitting a child or something, and she don't do some shit like that. You know what I mean? She's not that kind of person. But she actually got arrested, and all kinds of crazy shit happened. Like that, she got almost sectioned or something, and there's she in a hospital or something, and they were basically accusing her of making threats and stuff. They were saying she was making death threats and shit, and she wasn't. So I have a feeling they're targeting her because she's friends with me. You know what I mean? So I think that has a part to do with it as well. She said some shit like they were asking her if she's selling drugs or has weapons or some shit like that. And she didn't like that. So I think, there's kind of like maybe get her to snitch on me or something in the hopes that she's got dirt on me by intimidating her. I think she's a TI, man. I think she's a TI, but she's not targeted the same way me, you, or Nappy is, but she's targeted in the sense that they try to traumatize her by doing things to her. You know what I mean? But, by basically, stalking her, but not like gang stalking her, but getting people to basically, constantly fuck her over and abuse her, basically, psychologically abuse her and shit. So that's what I think they're doing to her, pretty much. So much bad shit happens to her. It seems beyond a coincidence. It seems organized to me. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she's chipped or something, because it's like they mind control me. You know what I mean? When I was with her, they made her. She's not the type to want to go on walks. She was like, yo, I want to go on a walk. And she walked down to this bus stop, and then there was a guy.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then I was like, why did you walk here? Like, I don't know. And then she looked, pretty scared. You know what I mean? Like she didn't even know the reason why she walked there. And then I seen the guy in the car. I'm like, oh man, these motherfuckers, man. I'm like, yo, they must have mind controlled it to go there. You know, to do that. But the look on her face was like she didn't really know why she was there. So I asked her, I was like, Time, why have you come here? I don't get it. She's like, oh, I don't know. You know, they doing something like that to her. Put a number on it. And she complains of headaches a lot and not being able to sleep. So, you know, you already know what time it is for that.
Right.
And she constantly complains of headaches and not sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think she's being targeted. And they also, not only that as well, they basically trying to traumatize her with the police, I think, because basically this dude that lived at her place, like some kind of gangster or criminal or something, like drug dealer, and he had armed police come to her house when she was living there, asking to find the person, and she said, no, they're not here, you know what I mean, they're not there, you know, and they're like, okay. Motherfuckers raided it. Well, they didn't raid it, but they came to the house again earlier this year looking for the same motherfucker. Like, man, telling me the police don't know he's not there. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're just trying to traumatize them. Like, they came there with guns and everything, like rifles and all kinds of shit.
Damn.
Yeah. Looking for this guy, man. Like, they already know he's not there. Because he's already said he's not there. And they obviously know from the record of who lives in the house. And probably surveillance of the house. They're going to know he's not there. So why have they fucking come to the house with guns? You know, and asking for the same guy that she's already said it doesn't live there. You know? It's just to traumatize her, I think. That's kind of how they target her. Is like they try to traumatize her. By doing certain things.
Right.
She's got a proper fucked up year. Pretty much how they do it. And they try to use her against you, against me even, you know, which you already know, things like that. That shit is crazy in itself. The amount of shit we've been through with the eye is just unbelievable.
Yeah, man. Still ticking too. That's the most incredible part. We still ticking.
Yeah. I know, sometimes I think I don't understand how I've got through this shit because it's just hardcore. It's ridiculous. Most people, I think, if they crumble, they won't be able to take this shit.
Hell no. Man, you put a regular person out here that doesn't know what the fuck is going on, put them in our shoes for a day, they'll probably have a nervous breakdown the same day.
Yeah. I give them a week at the most. Like this motherfucker next door couldn't even cope with me banging on the wall back to him when he was hammering on the wall, like he stopped straight away. That's, you know, just me responding to his shit. He's gonna cope with being targeted like this every day. Hell no. These perps will be able to cope with it. No way. People, they just don't know what to start with them. Well, I think we're getting the upper hand against these perps because they won't be.
Say that again, Jay. They're doing it again, man.
Say again, man. I didn't hear.
Oh, nah, I was saying to say it again. Yeah, they're cutting you off in and out again.
Yeah, I just said I think we're getting the upper hand on these perps because of the lengths they're going to.
Yo, dude, I never gone through some shit like this, B. Like, come on, man. You've been there with me, man. You've witnessed it alongside with me. It's never been this deep, man. This shit is
This
getting
level of targeting and hacking and stuff, that this shit is just, I've never experienced shit this heavy before. You know, this is that targeting this year has been the heaviest I think I've ever experienced it, you know what I mean?
right.
The last 2 years, and especially this year, has just been ridiculously heavy.
And if you think about it, it's mostly gotten that way because of the stuff we've been exposing.
Yeah.
But it's not just what we've been exposing, it's that we've been successful in reaching certain people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I think that's why they're doing what they're doing in overtime. That's why they're going in on us the way they are. Because it's actually kind of seeping through, it's penetrating through their bullshit. They're discrediting the campaigns, their smear campaigns. All that shit is not really doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is making us look crazy and people believing that shit and not paying attention to us. In fact, it's doing the complete opposite.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times when they're trying the best to dislike our videos or troll our videos, they expose us. And I think people are seeing that and realizing that something is going on.
Right.
Our video about GCHQ has got about 70 views.
Wow.
It's like 70 views now.
Nice.
And that's just, you know, there's probably more than that because, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yo, before I forget, Nate, I send you the link to Laura's that video.
Alright.
So you can upload it to your channel when you get a chance. I send it to Nappy also. I send it to Neil. Neil said he's going to upload it on his channel today.
I'll give it a watch before I go to bed because I'm...
Yeah. Man, I'm still like tripping off the fact that they actually went in her house, bro. But that's what I'm confused about, right? Does she live alone or does she live with somebody? Because how is it that these people just walk in the house like that? How can cops just walk in your house like that? I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't get it now. I mean, from what I remember from her video, she was single. She didn't have a boyfriend or...
Right, exactly. So then, how is it though that they get in the house? Because the way she sounded was like, you know, I didn't give you no permission to be here. I didn't tell you could come in here and blah 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 and all this. And they're like, "Oh, we're here because such and such." And she's like, "Well, you know, I'm gonna keep exposing." She goes, "You know, can you please put that away and stop recording?" No, because did you see CCTV? You can record people and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yo, but how is it that they got in her house though? Like, come on, they're not just gonna crawl in through a window, bro. Somebody let them in.
They did that to my friend actually. He was I know they climbed through the window. Police climbed through the window of his house. There was some trouble with a girl or something, and called the police, and then they climbed through the window of his house.
Okay, well, I could see that. I could see that happening and being feasible. But in Lauren's case, bro, I don't think it's the same method. I think someone either let them in. It could have been a landlord. You know what I mean? Like the owner of the property, something like that. Because I'm telling you, yo, they were already in the crib, like in her bedroom area, B. Come on, B. How you gonna be inside like that? Both cops?
And then they were there with home or something.
They were in not even outside of the house. They were inside of her house, and they were in front of her bedroom, bro. You'll see it. You'll see the video. This is what I'm talking about. It's the way she was reacting was like, yo, I didn't give you permission to come in my house. I didn't, you know, she was flipping me.
Yeah. Who knows? I broke in. You know, the people, they might have hit the lock or something, or
Yeah.
I suspect they probably went to the landlord if she's living with a tenant or something. That this person is dangerous.
Right. Yeah. And then they had some paperwork talking about sectioning her and shit like that.
Yeah. I think that's how they were getting into my fly in the last place.
That makes sense. Wow. Motherfuckers, man. Using the mental health system to silence real TIs, What's fucked up about that night is that they've done this to her before. Same type of shit. And when she comes back out, like, we're not going to see her for a while. We might not see her for a few months. But when she comes back out, man, she's drugged up. And when she starts making the videos, you can hear her in her voice that she's like slower. And I'm like, damn, they fucking drugged up. And mad people, even me, I was like, yo, stop taking them shits, Laura, stop taking them shits. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to stop. And she stopped it. And then, it takes a while, but then she gets back to normal again. But these motherfuckers, man, they that's what they want to do. They want to fucking drug her up and reprogram her type shit, like to make her not do this shit. She's going to do it anyway. Oh, she's a fighter. She's a fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Why with the celebrities, they do that. Them to rehab, drug them up, and then reprogram.
I think that's what I believe, man. That's what I believe is going on with her.
They did that shit with Amy Winehouse. They did that shit with Britney Spears. They all should rehab. Like Amy Winehouse, that song, something like they're trying to go to rehab. And no.
I remember her saying something like, "Oh, if it wasn't her, it was Lady Gaga." They tried to fold me into a triangle. They wanted to bend me into a triangle. You get it? They wanted to turn her into a pyramid. The Illuminati. They try to bend me into a triangle. I'm like, triangle? Oh shit, that's code word. She's like letting people know they're trying to force me to be in the Illuminati, and I don't want to be in this shit. I don't want to represent them.
8 out of 10, maybe even 9 out of 10 of these musicians are fucking played on like MK Ultra.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Yep.
Like Katy Perry. With them.
Yep.
MK Ultra. Definitely under some kind of mind control. I mean, they portray them as like they're free, happy, they got money, whatever, but they're not. There's no way, man. There's got to be some catch, And I'm sure there are artists out there that are ultra slaves, but I think the ones that are in the limelight are the MK. These days, especially, definitely MK Ultra. See, like with Tom Cruise, and he has these breakdowns on stage, but when he's being interviewed, stuff like that, and other celebrities having similar breakdowns. Definitely something, like with that lady who had the, probably know her name, she's an American TV presenter, who had that Statue of Liberty hat, where she just collapses.
They're doing it again, Jake.
But, lady who was presenting on the show, who had the Statue of Liberty hat on, who collapsed.
The Statue of Liberty collapsed. That's what I heard right now.
Yeah, she had like a hat, like a Statue of Liberty hat.
Oh, you talking about Wendy Williams?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that video. It's in one of my playlists where I'm showing, like, I posed the question: is this an MK Ultra glitch, or are these people all being hit with directed energy weapons? And I got like 8 videos.
Has a seizure or something like that.
I can't hear you, though.
Hey, well, she just had a seizure and froze up. Like, you could see it on her face, like she was just freezing up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. It looked weird. Like, it looked like she was paralyzed with fear. What it looked like.
Yeah.
And then she passed out.
Yeah. It was weird. That's for sure. It was awesome. see a lot of celebrities falling over as well.
They're doing it again, Jay.
See a lot of these celebrities falling over and shit as well.
The celebrities what?
Falling.
Falling?
Yeah, falling.
What do you mean falling?
Like falling, Asian stuff.
Like falling on the ground?
Yeah, like falling and stuff. Falling down. They seem
Yeah.
to have that a lot.
It seems to happen a lot, you said?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not sure. I haven't been paying attention to that. You saying you're seeing that now a lot?
Yeah, quite a lot of celebrities are falling on stage and stuff. Like Madonna, Lady Gaga, all those. Madonna fell for a while. Lady Gaga had a fall recently. Probably, it might probably relate.
Okay.
No doubt. Yo, man, I'm gonna get some sleep now.
No doubt, man.
I'll watch a video before I go to bed.
Yeah, man. And upload it to your channel when you get a chance, man, because we got to get that out there, bro. It's 12 midnight over there now, right?
Yeah.
All right. Get your rest, man. Get your sleep in there. You need it, man. And if anything, we'll reconnect for sure on Sunday again, but we'll do this again. And then we could do it on Monday again, but we could do a private call. You know what I'm saying? All right?
All right. Yeah.
All right, brother. Sleep well, man. Stay strong out there.
All right. All right.
Peace. All right, y'all. This is RTCI in New York City. I'm going to cut it at this point, the call, because it's 7:04 p.m. my time out here on the East Coast, Eastern Standard Time, and Monday evening. And these are technically kind of like my Sundays due to work and my school schedule during the week. So I hope people take away something from this call, because this has been another educating call and informative as well. You know what I'm saying? I hope somebody gets something out of it. You know, whether it's positive, whether it's, you know, information they didn't know, whether it's confirmation of certain things, whatever it may be. All right, this is RTTI in New York City, signing out.